And welcome to the Morgan Athletic Grounds for our double header this weekend. James, we're back in the Athletic Grounds, and I have to say, I'm pretty nervous here tonight. Not because I'm playing, but because Keelan's out in the field. But the All-Ireland champions, James.
Yeah, it's a big ask here for Cruppen tonight, but very exciting for all the young players to have a go at the All-Ireland champions, the best team in the country. As you say, it's just a week since we had a gold feast from Decky Carville, but hopefully now the warm-up has taken place on both sides of the field at the moment, and we're not long from the throw-in.
We're 15 minutes away from the throw-in, and I just after getting a little message through, St. Peter's have absolutely hammered Wolf Tones in the replay of the intermediate semi-final, so it's a Killeavy St. Peter's final, James. I did say that earlier on, and it's proved right. St. Peter's absolutely hammered Wolf Tones from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and Wolf Tones had their chances in the first game as well, so fair play to St. Peter's. They demolished Silver Bridge, and it'll be a tough final with Killeavy.
Well, there's no question about that, James, but it's a lovely evening here, and at 6:30 the sun was coming over the top of the hill there, and it was pretty hard to see out, but the sun has dipped, gone, the lights are on, and we're waiting for a titanic battle.
Yeah, it's going to be, as long as it's a good, clean game of football, we'll really enjoy it here. You might have to be tied down a couple of times, but other than that, we should be fine.
Well, James, you know, nobody gives Carrickcruppen really a chance here this evening. I know John Morrison says that, you know, everybody has a chance when you're playing. There's no question about that. But, you know, all the so-called pundits and everybody have Carrickcruppen getting well hammered here tonight. And the Carrickcruppen lads, earlier on this afternoon, I went down when they were gathering up, and they were in fair good fettle. They were in good tune. And I can tell you, James, I was pretty surprised the way they were.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't giving Cruppen a chance here tonight, but they'll know that it's 15 versus 15 and 60 minutes of football. A lot of people didn't think they were going to beat Sarsfields last week, so it is a big step up playing the champions, but hopefully they'll give it a good rattle.
Well, there's no question about that, James. And the bottom line is, you know, you're playing the All-Ireland champions. So I suppose from a Carrickcruppen point of view, this is where they want to be. They want to be playing Crossmaglen. And if it's not the final, the semi-final, and who knows what can happen.
It's all on the day. A lot of counties throughout Ireland don't have a Crossmaglen in it. So you're going to be playing the best club team in Ireland tonight. So if you can't perform tonight, there's no point being out there.
That's for sure. We look down and we see Crossmaglen. They've gone through their pretty intensive warm-up on the right-hand side of us here, James. And we're not sure of the lineup yet. We haven't heard if there's any changes. We think there may be at least one change in the Carrickcruppen team, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. So it'll be interesting to see what the lineup will be.
Yeah, I suppose we won't hear it until it's announced at the last minute. But Cross are going through their standard warm-up here. Shimmy McGowan puts them through the warm-up. Cross are seasoned veterans here, and they have a warm-up down to a tee, but Cruppen are going through theirs up at the far end as well. A lot of ball drills and trying to get their hands on the ball early.
Well, I know this brings back great memories, you know, Carrickcruppen, Crossmaglen in the senior championship, James, and you know, back in the day, these were the big games, Crossmaglen, Carrickcruppen, Clonagale in the championship.
Yeah, and we're going to hopefully, if things work out tonight, we're going to have another classic here tonight, and hopefully it's a good, enjoyable game of football, and Cross don't run away with it too much.
There we go. James nailed his colours firmly on the mask by saying Cross will not run away with it too much. Well, we'll see what happens, because we're just waiting here. We're looking at the clock. Well, we're about 15 minutes away from throw-in, and James, you know, the All-Ireland tomorrow, we have John Morrison in here, and John, he had an inside view on Mayo and Donegal. We talked about it last night, and John still believes that, well, he's not saying too much who's going to win, but he thinks somebody's going to win. So, John, what do you reckon? For tonight, we'll go for tonight first. And then we'll...
Well, I think you've been a wee bit unfair to Cruppen. Hopefully Cruppen concentrated on trying to get into a final round, worrying about a Cross. Cross certainly won't be worrying about a name, they'll be worrying about getting into another final.
Well, you've nailed it right on the head. Carrickcruppen have never mentioned Crossmaglen once this week. I have probably doing it because I'm sitting here in the press box talking about it. But Carrickcruppen, they have nothing to lose here tonight, John.
Well, it's not a question of nothing to lose. They've done all the banal stuff. They've scored a lot. They've had a lead. They've had to come back from major deficits and won through against Sarsfields. So their confidence will be high. And as well as that, they also have probably the tallest team in the county at the moment. And I would imagine Big Harold and Keenan, Declan Carville will trouble the centre of Cross's defence. They should target them anyway.
Well, that's. I presume I have no idea what the Cruppen game plan would be, but I would tend to agree with you. Carrickcruppen have a huge, big, they're a big team, no question about it. You have Paddy McCullough, you have Dackie Carville, you have Mark Patton, you have Stephen Harold, all big men, and Billy, of course, Billy Joe Patton. But John, the big men need to stand up tonight, and
Well, they have to. See, the one thing that Cross have over is Cross know how to win.
Well, that's for sure. And
Cruppen are still learning that. Although Cruppen's had a tradition in the past of how to win, but they've got it. And there's a tendency maybe they'll be overawed. I do feel for Cross. I don't know whether that's the team that's named the programme will start, but for me, Tony and Gareth will want to use this as a testing ground for the final, because they haven't really been tested to date in the championship, and Cross know that Pearse Oaks are a viable opponent waiting on them.
well, that's for sure. Pearse Oaks a big win last night.
They will have to send out a message to themselves tonight. Can they put it together? Because Cross have had a lot of difficulties this year. There are a lot of boys injured, a lot of boys away, and they haven't had the team they probably wanted to play. They were very wise in taking a rest. The timing of it, they had a judge, was that right or wrong? Jamie Clark's back, and all managers, if he doesn't start, all managers are duty bound to play the best team. So I would imagine at some stage, if not starting, you'll see Cross's best team really paying a compliment to. The biggest compliment Cross can give Cruppen tonight is just go out to hammer them.
And there we go, John has definitely nailed his colours to the cross there tonight as well. Well, we'll see what happens. We're waiting on the PA man to finish the announcements, and we'll probably hear any changes that's been lined out on the teams. James, again, you anticipate Crossmaglen winning. John probably anticipates Crossmaglen winning. But here, the Carrickcruppen lads are out there, and they don't seem nervous. They seem pretty relaxed.
No, they've no fear. I see Keelan McCullough on the ball there shooting for a point. These lads are well drilled throughout the week, and they've no fear in Cross. It's just that if they believe in themselves, they have a chance, and that's all anyone can ask.
Well, there's no doubt, and of course don't forget the shout box at the bottom of the screen there to send us messages in this evening. We have Shannon O'Grady over in Liverpool along with Vincy and Adrian watching the game in Liverpool. So Shannon's gone over to Liverpool University to do some studying over there, James. She was here last week. She's a Carrickcruppen footballer, and she's over in Liverpool, so we wish her well.
Yes, and that's the great destination, Newry. No matter where you are in the world, you're always in the athletic grounds in Armagh.
Well, that's for sure. So the Carrickcruppen team's been read out in Irish. So we're just waiting now for the team to be read out. Yes, the Irish. The names have been called out in Irish. So the Carrickcruppen team is being called out in Irish. As we listen, that's John McGill. That's James Hughes, wing back.
Billy Joe McPadgy, Everett Jake, Paul O'Keelan, Everett Aitke, Marcus O'Patton,
Mark Patton, number 11.
Everett Doyle, Jacqueline McCarrowan,
Declan Carville.
Everett Three Caelan McCullough,
Keelan McCullough, 13.
Augustin Tapu, change, Ever Fiha, Patrick McCullough, agus Ever Coolidge, Jaglan O'Monaghan.
So Patrick McCullough is in full forward for Conor Sloan and Declan Monaghan. So Carrickcruppen, one change from the programme, James.
Yeah, that's Patrick done great work last week. Very, very strong on the ball and turned the tide for Cruppen. So he should do damage in full forward.
Well, that's for sure. So we're just waiting now for the Crossmaglen team to be called out, and we'll keep you informed.
Change on the Crossmaglen Rangers team. Ever again, Paul O'Harty. Ever a Doyle,
Paul Harty.
Paul O'Hay.
Paul Hughes,
Three,
James
James O'Murphy.
James Morgan, number 3.
And the change. Ever a Nijig, Paul McHiernan. Ever a Cooig, Aaron McHiernan.
Paul Kernan in. Well, he'll probably play full back.
Yeah, it looks like he'll play full back, yeah.
Gavin Carher, Ronan Finnegan.
Ronan O'Finnegan. Ever a Hawk, Sean O'Hanrathy.
Johnny Hanratty.
Ever a Lee, David McKinney.
David McKenna.
Jai Martin O'Haher.
Martin Ahern, number 10.
Ivra Hainjig, Stefan McHiernine.
Stephen Kernan.
Ivra Doyle, Antonia McHiernine.
Tony Kernan, number 12.
Srijig, Michal McConmeha. Ivra
Michal McNamee.
Aaron O'Kinnigan. Agus Ivra Coogjig, Kale O'Brien.
And Kyle Brannan. So, James, one change and a significant change for Crossmaglen.
Yeah, Paul Kernan's great experience coming back in there, and he could possibly move to full back with James Morgan moving out to the right.
And Carrickcruppen will play Paddy McCullough in the middle of the field, I would anticipate.
Yeah, looks like that at the moment. Possibly Billy Joe going into full forward.
And as you look out, we see Joe Kernan. Well, Joe's sitting in the stand there, pretty pensive, James, with a couple of minutes to go before throwing.
Yeah, both teams are in a Carrickcruppen are in a big huddle here, so they're getting their last words of encouragement from their manager, and Cross have just entered the huddle here as well.
Well, as I say that, okay, there's loads of comments in. Keep the comments coming in, so we'll keep you posted as we go on here. Just give me 2 seconds to get into it here. So, James, the two teams are in the huddle. What do you reckon?
Well, the managers are encouraging. They'll be ready to roll. This is Cruppen's roll of the dice, and we'll be ready to roll in about 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, as I say that, we've comments coming in from all around the world, so it's great to have you all on board here this evening. And as I look down, I'm going to try and get the comments up and see what the score is here in the athletic grounds. Well, we're getting ready here. We're pretty James, we're pretty pensive up here in the press box. But we look down, we have loads of comments coming in already. And there's actually plenty before the game even starts. So I'm going to go. Aidan Rice says, come on, Cruppen. Eamon McGowan, Sarsfields, Cruppen have nothing to lose. We know what they can do. Strong physical team. Upset could happen. Stephen Harrell for man of the match. National anthem.
Nisha Kharja, Shasaki, Lenwardol, Lahai, Oran Navian, Achion, Eg Eileen Muckian, O Naclarshi, Bill Ahan Aragage.
Well, we have the national anthem just completed there, and Breach Cassidy has just walked past and waved in. James, well, we're just getting ready, James, but we have more messages coming in. Eamon McGowan, Cruppen have none to lose. We've already said that. Johnny Bournes, come on, Cross, all the way from Thailand. Sean Bournes, brilliant quality guys. Ryan Lewis, let's go, lads, from all the Cruppen lads over in Edinburgh. James, mine in New York, good luck to Cross tonight. Stephen Martin, best of luck, Cross from the Irish in Plymouth. One life, one club, he says. Geraldine Daly, good luck to the Cross boys tonight from your number one fan from Edinburgh. Carmel Hardy, good luck, Cross. Best wishes from East Yorkshire. Jim McConville, young Jim, unable to make the match this evening. Great job at this facility. Looking forward to the game. Hard to believe it isn't Sarsfields too. Well, there we go. Cladderrook. Okay, dead on. And Stephen says, Mon Cross. Well, James, we're ready. Yeah, it's all the go for here now.
Here we go, and you were right. Patrick McCullough's in the middle of the field.
Okay, folks, so you're very welcome to Destination Newry's live game here this evening. The game is on. The ball is up in the air. McCullough gathers that one. He offloads the pass into Keenan. Keenan looks round. Where's the ball? Back to McCullough. McCullough looks up, takes his time, pushing it back into Paul Keenan back to McCullough. Carrickcruppen need to be getting the ball in quick. Goes into Patton. Patton goes down for it, but wee McCullough picks it up. Caelan McCullough, he's on the ground. He gets pushed into the ground. The first free takes a quick kick inside, and there was a man taken down. Referee didn't spot that one, but the game goes on. Tackles coming in over on the far side. The ball is picked up. Crossmaglen coming out with the ball. That's a high tackle, but Crossmaglen on the attack, James.
Yeah, Cross moving down the field here with Aaron Kernan. Complete.
And Aaron Kern has a lot of space there, gives the ball in over the top. If this comes, it could be, well, that's a huge tackle over there, and that was a bit of silly defending there by Carrickcruppen.
Yeah, a little bit harsh for Cruppen, and unlucky at the other end. Caelan McCullough gave in a good ball, and they were unlucky not to win a free.
And I thought that there was a foul in there, but we didn't spot that one. But anyway, the game goes on here, and you're very welcome all around the world, wherever you may be. Of course, you're from Crossmaglen to Cookstown to California, from Tullysarn to Timbuktu. So you're very welcome on Destination Newry. Kernan puts this one up in the air, and that one sails over the bar. So the first score of the evening.
Yeah, great score by Cross. Easy free. Carrickcruppen can't afford to foul anywhere in around the D, or they'll be punished.
That's for sure. And Paul Keenan needs to get a little bit tighter to Aaron Kern. Well, there is a switch. Aaron Kern has moved over to the far side, so there is a switch immediately. So John McCullough takes his time. Well, we reckon that could be Oisin McConville there.
It is Oisin McConville in, yeah.
Yes, Oisin McConville's in. We didn't get that one, so Oisin McConville might be in for Kyle Brannan. So Oisin McConville is on the field of play. Ball's coming out to Kernan. Weird catch underneath it there by Loughran. Loughran goes up the field here on his own. There's nobody near him. Big Barry Loughran. Paul Keenan's on the overlap. Paul Keenan gathers this one. He heads down the middle. Paul Keenan's going to pull the trigger for this one. Well, he pulls it to the right and wide. McCullough gathers this one. He's down, but the ball's still floating about in the corner. Picked up on the far side. Carrickcruppen with Monaghan. Monaghan goes the long way around, puts it in, but that goes into Hurdy's hands. And you don't want to be putting balls into the keeper's hands, James.
No, there was a lot of balls kicked into the Oaks keeper's hands last night by Cully Hanna, and there was another one in by Cruppen.
And there goes McKenna way down on his own, travelling down the field. Nobody near him. The ball comes back inside. An opportunity from Kernan. Kernan pushes this one. The ball's blocked down, but out comes the crossman. No, it's not. It's intercepted there by one of the Cruppen lads. Ball's pushed away into David Kelly. David Kelly's looking for McCullough into the corner, but that's Monaghan. Monaghan comes across, but Monaghan was sleeping. He didn't get out in front of his man.
No.
Ball goes long. Broken down, picked up again by big Stevie Harl. Stevie Harl gathers the ball up. There's a Crossmaglen man down injured. Paddy McCullough pushes the ball away over to the far side. Carrickcruppen man needs to go harder for the ball. They're waiting on the ball to come up into the hands. The Crossmaglen men are driving hard for the ball here at this early stage. 2 minutes and 50 seconds gone. Crossmaglen 1 point up to the good over on the far side on the east stand. Carrickcruppen defending. The referee says that's a free and the game will be stopped. The Crossmaglen man looks to be in a little bit of bother down here, James.
Looks like a shoulder injury. He might have to be substituted. I see Gart here looking towards the subs bench.
Well, the ball spilled out down the far side. The game went on. We thought that, well, there's tackles coming in. Crossmaglen are going to get another score on the board here. There's a man standing out in his own. Kernan. He's going to pull the trigger, puts this one up, and that's gone over the bar. And a little bit of lack defending again there by Carrickcruppen.
Yeah, a little bit sleeping in the defensive. Another point for Cross. That's 2 up and 3 minutes 20 gone.
Micheál Kane says, come on the lads, give it a lash. Pierce Casey, come on Cruppen, he says. Philip McGovern having problems viewing New York, connection flickering on and off. Black screen being broadcast. Claire, it's great to have you on board. Just refresh your screen, Claire, that's all we're telling you to do.
Press F5
just
and refresh.
Press F5 and that'll refresh and you'll get a sweet and sound from the athletic grounds. John Mack, good to see you. Have a better co-commentator last night, he knows a bit. Martin Cross are giving Cruppen back off the hand. So there we go, Martin. Conor O'Hanlon up the Crupps, Paddy Boom. So that's the way the game's going here this evening. Liam Lammy Ward, let's go Cruppen. And Fuzz hoping to watch coverage from Oman. No joy yet. Well, Fuzz, keep working. We're waiting to see. There's a Crossmaglen man down here injured. We're not sure who it is. But
no, we can't see who it is.
We can't see who it is, but we're looking down here to see. We have a substitute coming in. Is that young Boyce coming in? And again, Eamon Mackle sitting in the crowd there watching the match.
For Brendan McKeown.
Brent McKeown is coming into the game. We're number 22. Brenton McKeown is waiting to come into the game. Carrickcruppen down by 2. 4.5 minutes gone in the first half. James, Carrickcruppen a wee bit loose.
Yeah, a wee bit loose, especially in the defence there. They had a few chances moving forward. McCullough had a chance in on the goal line, but it's still early in play yet.
And of course, James, they haven't got the lights on fully here yet. There's a fair shadow across the field, and I wouldn't be happy with that.
No, there's a shadow over in the top corner of the field here, and it's definitely put players off.
You can look up and you see only half the lights is on in the stanchions,
yeah.
So that's not probably good enough. I would like to see the full lights on. There is a fair shadow, so if you're picking up shadows on your camera work there and looking in, it's nothing to do with Destination Newry. It's all to do with the lights on here in the athletic grounds, James.
Yeah, I see Tony Mack going out here now, hands in the pockets, observing. Looks like Cross are going to make a change. So
Paul Keane's getting a little drink of water.
Looks like a serious injury, Damian. The doctor's
out, Dr. Fee's out, so hopefully the Cross lad will be all right. We're still trying to figure out who it is, but they're taking their time, so hopefully everything will be all right. And we're looking around here and we're seeing that everybody's holding their breaths here. Hopefully the Cross man will be all right, James. But the game, it sort of started probably the way people would have thought.
Yeah. Cross were lightning at the start, getting the ball in, getting a quick free. But the game has settled down now, and it looks like it's going to have to be reset again after this injury.
So that's for sure. We're 5 minutes gone, and we have a little bit of injury time here as we speak. So I'm just looking through my notes here to see if I can pick up some notes from a week or two ago here about some sort of connection here in the athletic grounds, but it's probably not going to happen. Or okay, Dara says we're good to go, but we have an injury here, so out goes the physio, out goes the doctor. James, Carrickcruppen, well, wee bit slow getting the ball in. They need to get the ball in quicker to the inside line.
Yeah, Patrick McCullough had a good chance here. He got it into Paul Keane, who dropped it into Keelan McCullough in on the corner, but he was unlucky to fumble the ball. Also, there was one ball kicked into Paul Hurty's hands, and they need to keep it away from Big Paul because he'll catch points.
Yeah, there's no credit about that. We're calling for the stretch there, but the Crossman, it looks to be a shoulder injury. Is that Paul Kernan? No, we're not sure who it is. It's one of the young players for Cross, so we'll see what happens. So don't forget the comment box. Keep them coming in from the bottom of the comments. Ronan O'Donnell, brilliant feature, lads. Excellent way to keep an eye on the games at home. Ronan O'Donnell watching in London. Ronan, it's great to have you on board here this evening. We're not sure who came off, but we'll keep you posted. McCullough kicks this one out. The ball's coming out into the middle of the field. Picked up on the far side, but the referee says there was a bit of climbing by the Crossman, so Cruppen gets that free. Way over on the far side with Patton. Patton pushes it into the corner. So
Paul
Kernan's off injured, unfortunately, and there's another free for Crossmaglen over on the far side. There's a gaggle of men standing in a bunch over on the far side. Crossmaglen 2 to the good here early on the first half. There's about 2 or 3 minutes of injury time here. Crossmaglen on the attack. McCullough went for that ball. He didn't get it. The ball bounces down over on the far side. Again, the Cruppen men need to be getting tighter. There was a great spin, but the Crossman stepped over the white line and was in the foul position. So that's a line ball for Carrickcruppen, James.
Yeah, Cross seem to have a lot of the ball and are controlling the play at the moment, but we're still only 7 minutes gone, so a lot of injury time there with injury to Paul Kernan.
A lot of injury time to be played early in the game here. So the ball's pushed by Kelly into Patton. Patton waits on that when he gathers it up. He's on the ground. Tackle's coming in. The ball spills about. But the Cruppen boys need to hold on to the ball. There's a Crossman burrowing out through the crowd there. He gets that ball and the referee says take it back. So the ball goes in quick. Cross, John McGill comes out, the ball spills out on the ground. Faker Bradley's behind his man there. Crossmaglen have another chance. Great block down there by Bradley. Bradley pushes that one out, still on the ground. Crossmaglen with Kernan. Tony Kernan puts that one in and puts it to the right and wide. Crossmaglen's first wide, James.
Yeah, first wide. Kernan had to take a couple of more steps. It was nearly a guaranteed score, but there's some hard hits coming in here from the Cruppen. Faker Bradley came out there with a great run with the ball.
Well, there's no question about that, and keep your comments coming in to Destination Newry here this evening. I know there's a big wedding up in Crossmaglen, and I know that they're trying to get the television hooked up there to watch the game live from the Cross Square Hotel. I know also that they're watching the game down in Mark Trainer's in Camla. There, all the Shane O'Neill's boys are supporting Carrickcruppen here this evening, so it's great to have you on board, lads. McCullough kicks this one out. It's high up in the air. McCullough comes underneath that when the ball's broke down. That's a line ball for Carrickcruppen. Underneath us here on the 45 metre line, Carrickcruppen. Well, the game's going 8-9 minutes. There was about 3 or 4 minutes of injury time. Locker needs to make sure that he doesn't encroach on the play, and that's exactly what it is. But the lineman says play on. McCullough was fouled there. The referee spotted that one. So young McCullough was fouled.
Definite push in the back there. So should be his first point on the board for Cruppen.
So young McCullough, he's only 17 years of age. He's holding his leg there. He gets a bit of a clip, but he got his free. So this is a big one for Dackie Carville by the looks of it.
Yeah, Dackie was man of the match the last weekend here, so this should be a tap over for him.
So Dackie Carville from Carrickcruppen, he scored 3-4 here the other day. He takes the long route round, puts this one up in the air, and that's Carville's first score of the afternoon.
Great score, no problem to Dackie on his right hand side. Cruppen are off the mark.
9 minutes and 45 seconds. 2-1 in favour of the men from South Armagh. The Crossmaglen men here in the game. Kyle Carher is in the game too, so Kyle Carher is here. The ball's pushed long by Hurdy out into the middle of the field. Patton climbs over the top of the whole lot, and Paul Keenan's been pulled. The referee has indicated that that's a free. And Jim Slevin, well, Jim's taking no nonsense here. He's spotting everything. Aaron Kernan, the master, the man that strokes everything for Crossmaglen, puts a lovely feed pass away out into the far corner. Crossmaglen man lifted that one off the ground, back to Kernan. Kernan puts the overlap and comes in on the far side, checks one way, puts the ball inside. McConville dukes one way, he goes the other, he tries to get past. Well, that's a sympathy one there, James.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit high, maybe 50-50, but there should be another tap over for Oisin. Oisin will take these all day.
No question about it. One of the legends of modern Gaelic games is Oisin McConville last weekend. There was a great big celebration for him with about 750 people in the Carrickdale for This Is Your Life. And here he is back tonight playing what he loves doing, playing championship football here in Armagh, James.
Yeah, if Cruppen continue to foul Oisin there's what will happen every time.
Well, Oisin McConville pushes that one over the bar. The legend that is Oisin McConville, his first score of the game here. 11 minutes into the game, I see Shane Muckian has just arrived into the game, probably come late there with the crowd getting through the door. So John McCullough will be kicking this one out, James.
Yeah, Cruppen need to get a grip here in the middle of the field. David McKenna and Johnny Hanratty are hoovering up a lot of balls.
So Cruppen need to be picking up, so McCullough's going to be kicking this one long down towards Harold. Harold's coming for the ball. Harold's up, he's getting 3 men behind him, push the ball down, but the break ball comes out again. Carrickcruppen not getting break balls in the middle. Ball comes out to McCullough. McCullough gets that one, puts the tackle in. Well, the Crossmaglen man, corner forward, winging forward with the ball, puts it long. An opportunity here for Carrick tries to go in. There's an overlap here. The ball comes into Hearn, puts it up, and that's a very, very handy score there, James.
Very easy. Kyle Carher won that ball, give it on the overlap. Simple score for Cross. Cruppen's backs need to be really, really tight here, getting away 4-1.
Carrickcruppen, we said that earlier on, too loose, James. They need to be tighter against the marker, and they're just letting the crossmen come in very handy there and push the ball over the bar. So John McCullough from Carrickcruppen, the quarter road in Camla, is kicking this ball long down into the middle. Ball's coming down into the middle, broken down again. Carrickcruppen, well, they're not winning break balls. Oisin McConville offloads that pass, and Carrickcruppen, another point down. That's a great stroke there by Aaron Cunningham.
Yeah, another easy score. Cruppen may have to start working the short kick out because the ball out to the middle of the field isn't working for him at the moment. Cross are breaking every ball, and another score for Cross. Another
score for Cross. Kieran Robinson, best of luck to best teams. Cruppen are unmarried to play the game. Good luck to all. Well, that's Kieran from up the country. Kieran McGreedy sitting here in Drumbreda, Armagh, watching it. Brilliant qualities. Great to have you on board. Again, the ball's kicked out. Again, Carrickcruppen not getting the ball. Tony Hurdy, Tony Kernan, Tony Sockers that along the ground. The ball's with McConville. McConville checks it up. The referee has indicated that ball has gone out, and it's a line ball for Crossmaglen. So Crossmaglen have a line ball underneath us and down on their 13-metre line. Oisin McConville will have a go at this one.
Yeah, Oisin's going to have a go. John McCullough tried to vary the kick out there, but to no success. They're going to have to go short.
So away over on the far side, ball comes in. Again, the Carrickcruppen men behind their men. They need to be getting closer. Crossmaglen, easy stuff there. That ball's up in the air, but it's pulled to the left and wide, James.
Yeah, poor wide there for Cross. If he'd take his time more, he would have got that over the bar. It'll be interesting to see what John McCullough is he getting any direction from the line at the moment, because they're not winning the primary ball in the middle of the field, and the ball hasn't been in the Cruppen half of the field now for about 7 minutes.
So Lisa. Well, we have to say hello to Lisa Waters over there in Plymouth. Best of luck to both teams. Lisa, it's great to have you on board. Shane and Helen and Coventry, good luck, Cross. Well, that's for sure. Don't forget the comments coming in. Games going that quick. We not be able to get them out very quickly, but we'll call when we get a chance. Ball broken down again. Carrickcruppen gathered this one up. David Kelly looks up, gives the ball away over far side to Stephen Harl. Stephen Harl's steaming up the right hand side, pushing the ball in towards Monaghan. Monaghan gathers this one. He goes the long way around. He can put the afterburners on. He's heading towards the goals. Daggy Monaghan's going for goal here. He checks one way. He looks up. There's an overlap. The ball goes inside. Carrickcruppen. Well, the referee should have let that one go, James. Yeah, that's a hard call.
Yeah, that was a hard call. He had the advantage there, and it looked a surefire goal. That's much more better from Cruppen. They moved the ball laterally across the field and got the ball in, and this should be Cruppen's second score of the match.
Well, James, that was a rough call. The referee should have let the game go on there, because Carrickcruppen was in with a chance for a goal. But, well, Carville puts this one up, his second score.
Yeah, simple one for Decky. That's two in a row, but it should have been a goal.
Yeah, the referee, if he had let it go on, that ball was destined for the back of the net. Paul Hardy, big Paul Hardy, is going to be kicking this one out to the middle of the field. We wait till we see. Referee says, let's get on with the game. The lights are still a wee bit dull here, but they're starting to fire up a wee bit better down here in the athletic grounds. Here on Destination Newry, the ball goes long, down the middle. 2 or 3 men have broken down, picked up on the far side. Carrickcruppen have gathered that one up. That's the first one they've got this long time. From the middle of the field, pushed out, away down towards Carville, down in the corner, out to come 2 or 3 men. The ball socketed along the ground, picked up, away over in the far corner, in the dark. They're driving forward. Carrickcruppen trying to get a score. That's hooked in over the shoulder, and that one goes over the bar. That's a super score from whoever scored it over in the dark corner.
Over in the dark corner, brilliant score with the left foot. That's the first ball Cruppen won in the middle of the field in a while now, and a great score from it.
Well, we're waiting to see what's happening. There's 3-5 here in favour of Crossmaglen. The quick ball's kicked out. Paddy McCullough needs to get... Stephen Harrell scored that one. Paddy McCullough needs to get closer to Hanratty. Kernan comes out. Kernan goes after Loughlin, goes after Kernan. Kernan goes down. Well, the referee gave him a wee handy one there, so Kernan picks up that free, tries to get on with the game. The ball comes down to Aaron Cunningham. Aaron Cunningham gathers this one. John McGill, great bit of block work there by John McGill. John McGill blocked that, pushed in, long ball. Up in the air is coming. McConville gathers that one. He offloads the pass. An opportunity for Cross. Takes a lot of steps and tries to get the shot in goals. And a super save there. And another great block by young John McCullough in goals. Carrickcruppen defend that one. Cross come at them in numbers. There's a man over on the far side. Carrickcruppen standing firm there with a brace of Crossmaglen men taking a shot on the goal. Carrickcruppen defend. They're coming out on the far side. The ball goes long down into Keenan. Keenan slips past his man. There's a man in the overlap here. Harl's driving forward. Keenan's going with it. Keenan still has the ball. He offloads the ball to Monaghan. Monaghan puts this one up in the air, and it's over the bar. It's over the bar. Carrickcruppen come closer to Crossmaglen, James.
Oisin McConville passed to David McKenna. It looked like a goal. John McCullough got the ball, 2 kicks, and a great score from Cruppen.
Well, David McKenna, double save from David McKenna. That's what Joe McManus says. He's writing here. Thank God, Destination News keeping Joe up to speed here on the game. So, Paul Hardy, the game, there's only one between them. We have 16, 17 minutes gone. The ball goes away on the far side. Broken down, caught by the Crossmaglen man, sweeping up on the far side. Pushed long, all the way down. The Crossmaglen men are out in front again. So Cunningham has come out towards the middle, into Brennan. He gathers this one. Well, he spins one way, he goes the other. It's over into Hanratty. Hanratty's going to drive this one. He checks, he puts it inside. Tackle's coming in, but he still has the ball, puts it up in the air. And James Carrickcruppen had 2 chances to get that one away. A super score from the Crossman.
Yeah, Kyle Carr got a great point there with his left foot, but Cross a little bit messy in front of goal. Johnny Hanratty maybe should have took that shot. But still, there's only 2 points in it, and we're 17.5 minutes gone in the first half.
So Carrickcruppen 2 points down, 6-4. Well, in 1982, Carrickcruppen played Crossmaglen and Clevie in the county final, and they won that game 6-4 way back in 1982. So back here, modern day, the game goes on. The ball's kicked out over on the far side. McCullough goes off for that one, and it's picked out on the far side. Carrickcruppen on the attack, looking at Patton. He's looking for support. The support comes in by Carville. Carville dinks it inside. An opportunity, but goes into Hardy. Hardy read that one from 60 yards. Carrickcruppen defend this one. Ball's broken down. Keenan gathers it up at the second attempt, but it's with Kelly. Keenan has it now. Well, he put that one up in the air, and if this was Lansdowne Road, that would be heading towards the touchline. Carville gathers it up. He goes the long way, very tight to the end line. He's putting the ball one way. He's in between 2 Crossmaglen men. The ball's up in the air, and it's coming in, but that's a poor enough pass coming in, James.
Yeah, good sequence of play though by Cruppen. They seem to win a lot of possession in the middle of the field that we were criticising for a couple of minutes ago. Unlucky there not to clip the ball over the bar, but Carrickcruppen are well in this game at the moment.
Well, we look up Crossmaglen, another man in the middle. The Carrickcruppen midfielders need to get tighter to their men. Ball's pushed into McConville. McConville comes out, gathers the ball up, offloads the pass to Kernan. Kernan puts a high ball in. This ball's coming down. Crossmaglen man gathers that one on his chest. An opportunity, and it's over the bar by is that Brennan? Kyle Carr this time. So
that's 2 points for Kyle there, and he was unlucky not to go for a goal. A great win ball. One kick in from Johnny Hanratty into Kyle Carr. Cross are dangerous when they get the ball into their forwards.
Well, it's time the Carrickcruppen men get tighter in the middle of the field, that's for sure, because Crossmaglen are pushing the ball straight down the field once they get the ball. They're not hesitating, James. They're delivering the ball straight down the throat.
Yeah, route one, break the ball in the middle of the field and launch it in.
That seems to be the tactics. So Carrickcruppen need to get that sorted out here. 20 minutes gone in the first half. There's about 4 minutes injury. Paul Kernan get injured. McCullough kicks this one. He spins it round. The ball's spinning down. Harl gathers that one, but it's still bouncing about over on the far side. Davy Kelly gathers it up. Davy Kelly drives through 3 or 4 men over to James Coos. James Coos dives on that one. Well, that's a dive on the ball. You can't do that.
Mistake there. Easy free for Cross, and have it on the overlap.
So Crossmaglen drive forward with Well, again, the Crossmaglen men driving forward. An opportunity here. And the ball's in the back of the net, James.
Great goal by John Hanratty off his left foot, right into the back corner after a simple free from Cruppen diving on the ball. So that's what Carrickcruppen didn't need tonight, was an early goal from Cross.
Carrickcruppen gave that ball away there, James. They divin the ball and then they were sleeping when the quick free was taken. Hanratty unleashed an unstoppable shot to the back of the net. But I can tell you, Hanratty's playing awful well in the middle here.
Yeah, he's hoovering up a lot of balls. He delivered a great ball into Kyle Carr too in the last ball. It's very important now that Cruppen keep tight here or Cross could run away.
McCullough kicks this one out. It's coming long. Out it comes. A little bit of a push there. Again picked up by Kernan. He drives through them. And Crossmaglen are sliding through Crossmaglen like a hot knife through butter. But Kernan takes a lot of steps. He offloads the pass. The referee picked that one
right
up.
Call
James.
there. Yeah, too many steps. But Cross are winning the ball too easy in the middle of the field. And if Aaron Kernan had more space there, he would have got a shot off.
Martha Farker, great game of football watching here from London. Come on, Cruppen, she says. Well, the ball's away over on the far side. Keenan, Carrickcruppen need to be getting a goal on the board here. Keenan's driving up the line. He pushes the crossman down. Away he goes. There's nobody near him. Keenan's still tromping down the field with the ball. He's looked up. There's nobody inside. He puts this one up. Out he comes. And the ball's broke out. An opportunity here for Carrickcruppen. McCullough gets in. And it's in the back of the net. And it's Keelan McCullough. Is that Keelan McCullough or is it Dacky Carville? Dacky Carville sticks one in the back of the net. A great response there from Carrickcruppen, James.
Absolutely great. Paul Hurty punched out the ball, caught the ball in the middle of the field. Cruppen man down on the far side at the moment. Is it Paul Keenan?
Paul Keenan's down, so the ball's in the back of the net. 1-4 to 1-7. A good response from Carrickcruppen.
Yeah, only 3 points in it now, Damian. That was a great score. Paul Hurty might have ruled. He probably should have caught the first ball, but a great flick into the back of the net.
So yes, indeed, there's no question about that. Carrickcruppen, well, they got a goal there, so that's pretty. Well, it just keeps the game a wee bit more interesting, that's for sure, James.
Yeah, there's an injury down here to Paul Keenan on the far side of the field. I see Tony Mack giving instructions here to Johnny Hanratty.
Well, I would like to see Paddy McCullough getting a wee bit closer to Johnny Hanratty. He's giving them an awful lot of space down there, James, and he needs to tighten control in the middle.
Yeah, there's a big space out here in the front of us, Damian, here, so it'll be interesting to see where Paul Hurty's going to deliver this kick out to.
Well, he delivers this one right down to where you said he would, down to Hanratty. Hanratty is beating McCullough hands down here at this stage. Tackle's coming in. Hanratty takes a lot of steps. The referee says play on, but he overcarried the ball.
Definitely overcarried the ball. A little bit of afters here. They're moving the ball up.
Referee has indicated move the ball up. Dacky Monaghan's in there looking for the ball. Dacky gathers the ball up. Carrickcruppen need to get on. If that ball had to come in, there's a Cruppen man standing on his own, but Dacky Monaghan's going to go for that one. But Paul Keenan says hold on. They're calling Dacky Carville out, James.
Yeah, Decky's going to have a go from him just outside the 45. He might as well. It'll slow the game down, and it's well within his range.
No question about that, Dacky Carville. This is going to be a tight one. He drives this one, but he pulls it to the left.
Yeah, just off the outside of the foot. Unlucky there.
Well, that's for sure, but Carrickcruppen responded well here. Carrickcruppen can get goals. They need to get the ball in quick. The score is on the bottom of your screen there. Carrickcruppen, well, ball's broken out underneath us here.
Cruppen ball, yeah.
Cruppen ball, but the Cruppen men need to be moving a little bit quicker. Pushed down into the corner, but McCullough's behind. Out he comes, knocks the ball down. The man's down, tries to get up. Trying to overcarry the ball. Referee says play on. Well, the Crossmaglen man's underneath us here. So there's 2 or 3 fouls. There's a bit of a shamuzzle down in the corner here. Jim Slevin's going to be hopping the ball. So we're waiting to see what's happening here. Is he going to throw the ball up, or is he going to give a free one way or the other?
Looks like he's going to throw it up.
He's going to throw it up. This game is definitely starting to boil here in the Morgan Athletic Grounds here this evening. And of course, it's brought to you live by Destination Newry. The ball breaks down underneath us here. Picked up there by Kelly. Kelly offloads the ball inside to Harl gives the ball out to Patton. Is that Patton over on the far side? Away the ball goes over. Carrickcruppen attacking here. Need to be getting a score. Ball's up in the air and that's pulled badly to the wide. And James, Carrickcruppen need to be scoring them.
Yeah, they're the ones that need to be taking. Billy Joe Patton there with a bad wide. They'd worked the ball well out of the ruck here, but it's getting exciting now, Damian. There's only 3 points in it, 24 minutes to gone and Cruppen are still in this.
That's for sure. Well, Paul Hurty's going to be kicking this one long. So Carrickcruppen need to start winning the midfield battle, James.
Yeah, there's still a big gap here. Paul Hurty seems to be singling out for Johnny Hanratty each time. He's making a run here to the left-hand side. Here it comes again out to Johnny.
And McCullough's onto this one. He punches it down, but the referee says you pushed
looks
him.
like a push in the back there.
So we've now changed the names from Irish into English on the scoreboard there. You can look and see it. Some people probably getting a little bit confused, but we have that sorted out here now. The score 1-4 to 1-7 in favour of Crossmaglen. Long ball comes down to McConville. McConville shields that one, but out comes McGill. Well, McGill picks it up on the second attempt, and he's surrounded down there by 2 or 3 Crossmaglen men.
Yeah.
There's a free, so Carrickcruppen, well, there's a little bit of a hit. The referee,
A little bit of pushing. He's going to throw it up, Damian.
well, McConville used all his experience to pull that one out there, James.
Very, very, very crafty move, and he's won a throw up out of it.
Carrickcruppen need to settle themselves. There's definitely starting to up the ante here. Ball's on the ground. 2-3 men going for the ball. Still along the ground. Picked up. Carrickcruppen coming out with the ball. Bradley. He goes one way. He goes the other. Kelly come out with the ball. That man from Carrickcruppen will definitely run with the ball. And the referee says step out of the road. Kelly looks up. He's going to drive this one long all the way down to Dackie Monaghan. Well, that was a poor enough pass there.
Poor kick out over the line there. That's wasted possession. Johnny Hanratty on the ball here again in the middle.
Johnny Hanratty launches it down towards the full forward line. Another overlap here from Cunningham. Cunningham drills this one. A sweet
great
score.
Hanratty to Cunningham. Classic score. Ball bent as it going over the bar. That's Cross at their finest.
Well, that's the way the game goes. Marty McCoy, big shout out to the Harps lads and Ballymcnab's first expert. Mossy Gibbon watching from their sofa in London town. Great to have you on board, lads. And if anybody's having problems, F5 the laptop and you'll get it up, or refresh, or whatever you want to call it. And then you'll be able to pick us up. There's no doubt about that. Finbar Hughes, all the boys in the shop cheering on Cruppen. Odds of 10 to 1 and Cruppen looking good. Finbar Hughes, great to have you on board here this evening. The ball's coming out into the middle of the field. Well, again, the midfield for Cross is winning the battle. And the Crossmaglen man, James, he was lucky enough to get that one because he was borrowing with the ball.
David McKenna won a great ball there in the middle of the field, and there's a little bit of pushing going on here, but
well, the referees give the free. Aaron Kernan. A lovely sweeping pass inside. Crossmaglen on the attack down the far side. Ball's up in the air and it's over the bar. No, it's gone wide this time, James.
Wide score by Kyle Brennan. He'll be disappointed there. All he had to do was turn onto his right foot and clip it over. A bad wide from Cross.
Well, that's the way the game's going here. 27 minutes gone. 1-4 to 1-8. Everybody had Crossmaglen winning this game handy. Well, Carrickcruppen are within shouting distance. There's no question about that here in the athletic grounds. Carrickcruppen 1-4, Crossmaglen 1-8 here in the game. Billy Joe Padden comes out. He's on his own. He didn't get the ball. He'll be in Crow Park tomorrow. Well, the ball's picked up there by Barry Loughlin. Barry Loughlin offloads the pass to Bradley. Bradley goes one way. Where's the support? The support's coming inside from McCullough. McCullough gathers that one at the second attempt, and there's a big hit. Aaron Carnan pushed him to the ground. Hanratty's in there. McCullough still has the ball. He's going to be looking up. Ball's back to Billy Joe Padden. Billy Joe Padden's going to be pushing this one in towards Dackie Monaghan or Dackie Carville, and that's exactly what he does. It's away over on the far side. Carville, he gathers that one. He goes one way. The crossman's holding him. He offloads the ball to Keenan. Keenan puts this one up in the air, and that's an awful shot. It's coming down. Ball still in play. Hardy gathers that one up, and out to come with the ball. Carrickcruppen had a chance there, but they took the shot. Better to Hanratty. He offloads the pass. There's an overlap here. There's a big hit coming in here by Loughlin, but the crossman gathers the ball up with the ball. James Hughes is in there. Tony Kernan is in there. Tony Kernan puts the pass inside. Crossmaglen ruling the midfield here, putting the ball down long. Oh, John McGill missed this one, but it's picked up by Bradley. Offloaded to Keenan or Patton. Patton gives it out on the far side. Kelly lets it sit. Kelly's going to be taking the return pass. David Kelly, he's going up the far side. He launches this one long. In it comes, but again it's picked up by the crossman. He's standing on his own. Carrickcruppen, poor ball into the inside line, James.
Yeah, poor ball in there. Aaron Kernan on the run down here on the left hand side of the field into Kyle Brown.
Well, Crossmaglen winning the ball. Over here, the ball spins out. Crossmaglen another chance. Clipping these points over with the greatest of ease, James.
Kyle Brennan again on the ball. Clipped it over the bar. Very easy again. Controlling. David McKenna won a great ball in the middle of the field. It's 1-9 to 1-4 at the moment with 29 minutes gone.
Stephen Poocher, good hard-hitting game, just the way I played the game. He says, Micheál Kane, great response, come on the lads. Micheál's over in Australia. Paul Lynch, come on the Crupps, great goal, keeper lit. Well, Carrickcruppen are down. 29 minutes and 29 seconds gone here in the Athletic Grounds. 1-9 to 1-4. There's 5 points in the game. Jackie Sheridan jumping around the BBC like a madman after that goal. Come on, Cruppen, he says. The ball spills out. Carrickcruppen gather the ball in the middle, and they're going well here with Patton. He tries this one long into, well, the Cruppen man's on the ground, looks up, tries to get the ball, cross slipping in, getting the ball back, and again that man Hanratty having a stormer of a game in the middle of the field, pushes it long all the way down towards McConville. McConville comes round, the ball spills out, an opportunity, offloads to McConville. McConville checks the one way, puts it on his left foot, and James, we don't often see Oisín McConville putting that way.
Oisín was under a lot of pressure there with that ball, and uncharacteristically takes it with his left foot and puts it wide.
We have to say well done to Clover Hill Golf Club. They won the Ulster title today. Eddie Hill was talking about it last night. They won today, so well done to Clover Hill Golf Club up there in Mullaban. The score 1-4 to 1-9 here in the Athletic Grounds. Tony McEntee standing down there. He'd be the happier of the two managers, that's for sure, James.
There's not much expression out of Tony. If they're winning or losing, he still has his hands in his pocket. But there's still 4 points in it to cross, and we're just coming up to half time at the moment.
Well, Mickey Breen says, I thought the game was over. Come on, Cruppen. McCullough kicks us one out. We're into added on time here. The ball's coming out. Well, again, the Cruppen men stand in the middle and they let Cross pick the ball out, deliver the pass inside. McConville offloads that pass, and Crossmaglen are shooting from distance, and they pull that one wide, James.
Yeah, that's two in a row miss from Cross. Tony won't be too happy going in at half time with that. Martin Ahern missed that bad wide there.
Kevin Keane, love Jamie, put him on. He says, Pat Christie, great coverage, just back from watching the Wolf Tones exit the championship, totally different class on show here this evening. Well, Wolf Tones were beat earlier on in the intermediate championship. St Peters march into the final against Killeavy in that final. Carrickcruppen down by 1-4 to 1-9. The ball comes out in the middle again. The Crossmaglen men win the battle in the middle of the field. Arn Kernan puts a lovely pass inside. Carrickcruppen need to make sure that there's no goals coming at this stage. Kelly comes out, gathers that one long. Carrickcruppen have a man on the overlap here. They're driving up the field with the ball away over on the far side. The ball's a wee bit slow coming into the inside, and the Carrickcruppen men will get munched in there with the ball. Carl drives forward. He's been surrounded by 2 or 3 Crossmaglen men, and Jim Saville says that's a free, James.
Yeah, the Cruppen should have done better there. There was nobody within 50 yards of them, and he sort of fumbled the ball, but they're still in with a chance here of maybe getting a point or two just before half time.
All Keenan is that ball. 2 or 3 men. Keenan looks up. He drives this one long. It's coming down the far side. Ball bounces. Carville has this one. He hits this one, but he pulls it. Oh, that's a magic score there. James, that was fantastic. A superb score. If ever I've seen a superb score, that was one there.
That's the score tonight. It looked like it was going wide, but it bent in at the last minute. If Decky Carville gets the ball, he can do the damage.
It was heading towards Newtown, and it pulled in and went over the bar. The ball goes out on the far side. Carrickcruppen could be doing with another wee handy score here before the end of the half. Keenan going down the right hand side. Well, maybe he just took too much out of the ball. Should have been getting the ball in that little bit quicker. Crossmaglen on the far side, coming down the east terrace, coming inside with the ball. Carrickcruppen, McCullough comes in, offloads the pass. Carrickcruppen have a chance here, 1-on-1. Keenan needs to move towards the goals, into Monaghan. Monaghan goes one way, there's an overlap here. Monaghan goes right round the other way, hits the shot, and it goes to the left and wide.
Very unlucky there, just off to the right hand side of the post.
James, we thought that was in the back of the net. Gary Boyle thought it was in the back of the net, but it didn't go in. We've played 3 minutes, and the green carpet comes out in the Athletic Grounds. It must be coming near the end of the half. Yeah. Carrickcruppen had a chance, and James, that would have been a good score if they had put that one in the back of the net towards the end of the first half. 1-5 to 1-9.
4 points in here at the moment. Short kick out to Hanratty again.
Again, McCullough's behind Hanratty. He needs to get in front of him. Hanratty's going down. McCullough's after him. Hanratty pushes right with the shoulder, overcarries the ball and kicks the ball out. So the ball has been given away there by, well, that looks to be the physio down, believe. One of the cross bench, he threw the ball over the line. The referee's not too enamoured by what's going on down there. Neither is Gary Boyle, and neither is Paddy McCullough.
Paddy McCullough held him well there, moving down the line. It's the first time he's been close to him in the match.
So he's going to be pushing this one long. He looks up. Somebody says, get the ball down the field. You don't even have to think about this one. You just be pushing it down into the corner.
There's half time.
And the half time score here in the Athletic Grounds, 1-5 to 1-9. There's 4 points in the game, James.
Yeah, a 4 point game there. Cruppen done well there to come back into it. Cross will be a bit disappointed at the 2 bad frees. Cruppen were unlucky there, they didn't score a goal at the end, but it's all to play for in the second half. I personally myself, I thought Cross would be 8 or 9 points up at this stage, but in the second half we'll make it interesting. 30 minutes of good football hopefully we'll have now in the second half.
Well, let's keep the messages coming in here. Sheehan's man, Cruppen are giving Cross all they want. Cross won't rough the Cruppen boys up. Come on, the lads, he says. Dara McKenna, I think Souls would beat either team to put it to them anyway, that's for sure. Fuzzy in Dublin, a bit more belief, boys. Fuzzy and the boys are watching it up there. Connor Killen in Gravesend, watching in Gravesend. Come on, Cruppen here this afternoon, James. All round the world, from Ballyhagan to Balmullet in the west of Mayo, from Tullysarn to Timbuktu, from Crossmaglen to California. We have them everywhere here tonight on Destination Newry, James.
Yeah, great first half. John McCullough started to vary his kickouts instead of just launching them out to the middle of the field, which took David McKenna out. Paul Herty is constantly looking for Johnny Hanratty on the left hand side here, and he's doing a lot of damage. But Cross aren't getting it all their own way, and Decky Carville shows that if he gets the ball, he can really do as much damage as anybody can.
And there's no doubt, and of course you're watching live Gaelic games on Destination Newry and Newry Deal on Destination Newry. Check it out on your Destination Newry website. Well, you can add anything on it. It's all about selling it. If you want to sell your granny slippers, you can sell your granny slippers and put them on, or you can put your Ferrari on. It costs you nothing. Check out Newry Deal on Destination website here on Destination Newry, and it doesn't cost you a penny. Put it up and sell it on Destination Newry, James. A great idea.
Great idea to get all your unwanted goods advertised for free, and it's a great way of getting rid of any rubbish you have lying around the house.
Well, there we go. Big hello to Micheál, Karen, Katie and Dara McShane watching from Melbourne, from Mommy and Leona, and to Anne-Marie. She's moving in Birmingham. Please say in the second half. Well, we'll give that another shout. We just got that handed to us there a minute ago. There's more messages coming in. Say hello to Claire McCardle, Patricia Keenan and Philip McGovern, who are watching live from New York City. Also to Grayson, who is the youngest viewer tonight and who is supporting Carrickcruppen up the Crupps. Well, the girls, James, they're away over there. They were here last week. They're away over to New York for the christening of young Garson, and that's Mike Moore's grandson, so very good luck to them.
Yeah, as long as they have an internet connection, they're here in the athletic grounds with us.
That's for sure. And of course, keep your messages coming in. We have another little one. Hello to Micheál and Katrina in Melbourne. Love from Mama and Dad, missing you. So they're just away, and Mum and Dad still missing you. But of course they're not, because we have you live here on Destination Newry all the way around the world this evening. And give a shout out to Shannon and Sinead, Vincy and Adrian watching the game over in Liverpool.
All over the world, Damian.
All over the world. So it's great to have you. You're breaking up. Good luck to my 3 nephews, Patrick, John, Kaelin. Good luck. So that's from Grania McGuigan over there in Newry. Grania's watching in. She's saying good luck to her 3 nephews. Well, they're out on the field there. So, James, a whole different ball game here in the second half required.
Yeah, Cross could come out in the second half. I'd say Tony will have some choice words for his troops in the dressing room, because they've a couple of bad wides there near the end, and Cruppen were unlucky there when they shot for that last goal. There could only been a point going in here at half time, but it's a good free flowing hard hitting game. Both sides are given everything. It's just that Cross seem to have the edge in the middle of the field, and when David McKenna or particularly John Hanratty get the ball, it's route one in and into Oisin and that, and they're very dangerous.
Well, I can tell you there's no question about it. Hanratty and McKenna's ruling the roost in the middle of the field, and I would say that Gary Boyle will definitely be having a few choice words to his midfield men inside onto the stand here, James.
Yeah, when John, as I said, when John McCullough varies his kickouts, it makes it much easier for Cruppen to work the ball up the field, because they're not getting any joy with kicking it out to the middle of the field. Likewise, when Paul Herty is launching it, he's 90% of the time he's looking for Johnny Hanratty. But that'll be the decisions for the boys to make in the dressing room at half time. They'll have all the stats and they'll be looking at it to see there's still 4 points in it, but the game is open and you wouldn't know what way to go at this moment.
Well, we're looking down here. We're trying to get logged into our comments. We've been locked out of our comments here as we look out through the stand here, James. We've been left on our own in the press box here, and there's not a whole lot we can do, because we need to F5 the machine here, and we're still with no signal. But not to worry, keep the comments coming in. We'll pick them up towards the end of the match, and of course they'll be posted later on, and this game will be up on Monday. But James, last night Pierce Oaks had a mighty win again, Cullyhanna.
Yeah, Cullyhanna had a sort of a disappointing second half. Oaks looked very strong. Cullyhanna played a dual sweeper back, which let Duffy and them run free. They look good, and there'll be a lot of them sitting here tonight in the stands waiting to see who they're going to get. A lot of people expect them. The Cross will be there, but there's still only 4 points in this game. But you never know, Damian.
Well, there's no doubt about it. We've been left to our own defences here, James, so we'll have to keep the thing going here. No question about it. It's a lonely place in the press box here, but all the youngsters are out in the field, and whatever's happened, the signal here towards the laptop isn't coming in, James. Don't know what's happened out the back here.
No, we're getting we have a blank screen here at the moment, Damian, but hopefully it'll pick itself up here now in a minute. No, we're getting an error here at the moment connecting onto the comments.
So there we go. We can't get on to them, but we'll pick it up later on. As we look out, James, a good crowd has gathered here this evening, and earlier on St. Peter's had a great win against Wolf Tones in the intermediate replay semi-final.
Yeah, Division 2 versus Division 1 team. I'd fancied Wolf Tones maybe to clip that one, but St. Peter's have a lot of young fellas like Findon and that, and McConville who play corner forward, who are an excellent team, and Clevey will have their hands full with St. Peter's this year.
Well, there's no doubt about that, and Clevey would probably begin into that game as hot favourites for the intermediate championship final. Well, we look out here, James, and we see the youngsters in the field, and tomorrow the All-Ireland final is on, Mayo and Donegal, and we're not going to be able to see one youngster on the field.
No, the Stewarts will have her well locked down. We're very lucky here in Armagh that we can have the joy and let the young lads out and under the lights and get them to enjoy themselves, and it's great to be able to grace the fields after Cross and Cruppen have went off. I think it's a great idea. It's nice to see him. They can't really do much damage, and it's great.
See Larry Malone sitting out there. He's looking into the press box here, trying to keep us happy the way the game's going. With Carrickcruppen 1-5 to Crossmaglen's 1-9. And James, we're still locked out here off the comments box. We can't get in because whatever's happening in the ether behind us here, we don't know. So we're trying to keep that. James is a bit of a whiz kid with the computers and all that. He's going to have another go and see what he can pick up.
Well, we'll have a go here now, Damian.
We'll try and get it up. Well, we'll keep you talking here. Tomorrow, Donegal versus Mayo. 10 years ago today, on this date in Crewe Park, Armagh they won their first All-Ireland, their only All-Ireland at senior level. And James, I have to say, I left my 7-year-old son sitting in the canal end and just took off like a lunatic onto the field.
Oh well, I was in the Hogan stand myself, and there was great excitement. I've seen people who were over the age of 70 who took off like Usain Bolt down onto the field that day. But yes, today, 10 years ago, was fantastic for Armagh, and hopefully with our new management team we have in at the moment, that the glory days will come back again. I suppose tomorrow's game with Donegal and Mayo will be an interesting one as well. Probably the two best teams in the country deserve to get to the final, and it'll be interesting to see what McGuinness and Horn have up their sleeves. But I just think Donegal will edge it by a couple of points, but Mayo's defence is well able to handle Donegal's attack. But it'll be a great day, and at half time down there, a lot of the handballers will be presented to the public for the upcoming World Championships in October. So I'm looking forward, hopefully on the TV, to spotting them.
Good, no question about that. And James will be in the Worlds, defending his one world title that he will be competing in the Worlds. Damian, watching the game here in Highbury, London, with Paul Juicy O'Callaghan, a good Carrickcruppen man. So good luck to Barry Flynn and the lads. They're putting up to the All-Ireland champions. Keep her lit, Conor McGinn. Conor, it's great to have you on board. Your dad's here along with the Minister, or with the MP, Conor Murphy. So great to have you on board. Big Tom says, come on, Cross. That's Big Tom in the mainliners. He says, come on, Cross. John Murray says, some game of football here this evening. Joe McManus comes out and Joe gets the thing. So we're back here. We're trying to get back online here. James has got something working here for us, so we'll keep you posted. James, what can we say? We're waiting on the teams to come out. The youngsters have been asked to leave the field.
Yeah, both managers will have delivered their instructions to their charges. It'll be interesting to see if Jamie Clark makes an appearance in the second half here. I think we might see Jamie before the end of the game. He's only back from New York and he's getting a bit of ring rust.
Out of the system. Well, we look down and we see Aoife, and of course Marie McCardle's here. She's saying, have you said hello to my little brother Roddy? Roddy's over in Moneymore or Cookstown. He's watching the game and he's enjoying the coverage here this evening from the Morgan Athletic Grounds.
Yeah, it was no sign of the referee back out yet, but Seamus McDonough is keeping Stewart down there.
Well,
Here's the referee, just as I said it, he's walking out to the middle of the field.
the referee is heading towards the middle of the field with the ball under his arm. The youngsters will be asked to leave the field. So I'm trying to get in here, James. I can't get in, so I'm going to go the long way. So I'm going to go into Destination Newry this way, and we're going to see, can we pick it up from this side? So we look down. The stewards has taken all the youngsters off the field. The linesmen are going out. The umpires are heading towards the goals, and Cruppen is out. So Carrickcruppen have a big task here, James.
Yeah, but Damian, there's only 4 points in it at the minute, and they're still in the hunt here. Haven't seen any changes so far from the Cruppen.
Well, that's for sure. So we'll see what happens here as we look out. Carrickcruppen have come onto the field of play. We're waiting to see. Waiting on Crossmaglen to come out. We're not sure what the misses were there, but Carrickcruppen, we're looking to see, is there any changes on the team? Still no changes. Carrickcruppen line out the way they started the game here, James.
No, I wouldn't have made any changes either. There's still only 4 points. Eugene Reevey just passing us by here, giving us a quick wave. Cross are holding on. I'd say Tony is giving them a little bit of a lecture to come out and up the performance for the second half.
Well, Shannon and Dara Kelly says, come on, Daddy. That's David Kelly up the Crubs. Michael McShane up the Rangers. Big hello from Melbourne to everybody watching or listening around the world. Michael, it's great to have you. Mickey Savage from Crow Park. Mickey, it's great to have you on board. And if anybody wants an All-Ireland ticket, talk to Mickey Savage. Mickey has a ticket to give to somebody. Well, he'll sell it to you for €80. Not. Well, that's only a jag, but he hasn't really. Somebody bought a ticket for 7,100. Don't agree with that, James?
No, that's uncalled for. Face value is enough. I think tickets for tomorrow is a bit like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. If you get your ticket to get into Crow Park tomorrow, you're very lucky.
Well, there we go. Oisin Brennan watching my brother Kyle out there. The All-Ireland champions come on to the field. Again, Carrickcruppen have a lot of questions to ask themselves. Have they performed enough in the first half? Can they do more in the second half? James, it's going to be a tough second half no matter what happens.
30 minutes of football here. Let's see, will Cross lift their intensity coming into the second half? No changes on both teams. Referee's about to throw up the ball.
Well, James, we're going to wait for the referee to throw the ball up. Jim Savlin, I see Doyle McCullough. He's walking out there. His son's out in the middle of the field. Carrickcruppen, well, they've lost the midfield battle, that's for sure. Crossmaglen definitely have won the midfield battle with the Crossmaglen men. The referee's looking round. He's saying, I want to throw this ball up. I need to get the game going here. The ball goes in, the ball goes up. Who wants it the best? Well, Carrickcruppen have got that one. A Patton. He's been pushed to the ground. That's a free. The referee says play on. He offloads the pass. This ball needs to come in quick. It's a high dropping ball. The ball's in. Ball, what a super catch there by the Cruppen man. Well, the ball spills out. Who's looking for the ball? Way down the far side. Well, the Crossmaglen man gathered that one up. Hurdy kicks this one out, and he kicks for touch, and the ball is gone out right in the corner, James.
Yeah, Dickie Carville had that ball there, but just got punched out of his hand at the minute. It looked like a goal. So
there we have it. It's a line ball for Carrickcruppen. Underneath it, somebody shouts, put it into the square. Ball goes long into Patton. Patton checks one way, he goes the other. He puts this one up. Well, that was a sure block. And Harld, the Cruppen man is hammered into the ground there, picked off the ground there, but Carrickcruppen being knocked off the ball too easy. Mark Patton holds his head. Carrickcruppen need to be going harder, James, for these balls.
Yeah, they need to be contesting more. Ball into Aaron Cunningham here.
Ball goes long, inside, Crossmaglen on the attack. Well, the Crossmaglen man's down, trying to burrow his way towards the goals, James.
Yeah,
a very, very handy free.
Yeah, a little bit of a soft free there for Kyle Brennan. Cruppen man didn't do too much. But quick start there, unlucky. Ball moved quickly up the field. Good ball by David McKenna, and this should be another score for Cross.
There's no question about it. The Carrickcruppen men, they had the ball in the possession. They were knocked off the ball too easy,
pushed
James.
off the ball, just a simple push. They need to get much more tighter on, hold on to the ball.
Crossmaglen have a chance here to put another one on the board. 1-9 to 1-5. There's Kernan's coming out on the far side. Aaron Kernan normally pushes these ones over the bar with the greatest of ease. So Aaron Kernan steps up. He takes a long, long look at the black spot. Puts it up and puts it over.
Yeah, automatic score for Aaron off his left foot. Cruppen need to be careful. 5 points in it now.
So Armagh Harps Club down the bottom end. The Harps men have the game up on their big club down the road. Great to have you on board. Armagh Harps, great club, gives us great help getting ready for these games. Is Johnny Hanratty, David McKenna, county quality at midfield, James? That's the question that comes in.
That's an interesting thing. Well, the two big strong men, David definitely has the height, and he's been on the county panel before, so maybe Grimley will have a look at him.
Well, Jim Shavlin has given that free for Crossmaglen, and the Carrickcruppen man holds the ball. Well, I thought that would have went the other way. but Crossmaglen get the free. They put the ball. There's a man standing on his own. Carrickcruppen switching off. Kernan drives this one in, and it goes over the bar, James. Poor defending.
Yeah, poor defending. Too many people standing around, caught ball watching there. Simple ball out to the side and a great score. 6 points in it now. Cross are in the ascendancy.
Crossmaglen starting to up the ante here. Carrickcruppen need to start working that a little bit harder. They need to be working that a little bit tougher in the tackle here, James, in this game. 2 minutes and 52 seconds gone in the second half. Crossmaglen 111, Carrickcruppen 1-5. McCullough chips this one. It's coming out. Lochran goes after that one. Kernan gathers that one, but Lochran pulls it round on the far side. Well, that's a big hit, and that's a free for Carrickcruppen. John McGill was pushed to the ground.
Yeah,
so the ball was kicked away there. The referee's moving the ball up, James.
Yeah, just a shove over in the back. A little bit of descent from Cross, and Billy Joe has her here.
Billy Joe, the man from the west, he puts it in. The ball's in. McCullough comes out. He gathers it up. He offloads the pass to Keenan. Keenan puts this one up and he pulls it to the right. And again, James, that should be a score.
Yeah, it should be a score. Great catch there by Keelan McCullough. Delivered to Paul Keenan, but couldn't finish the strike. Just pulled to the right.
Carrickcruppen definitely need to be hitting them ones over the bar if they want to be in with a shout towards the end of this game. Carrickcruppen 1-5. Crossmaglen Rangers 111. The All-Ireland champions play Carrickcruppen here in the semi-final of the championship. Kelly goes on to this one. Kelly picks that one up. He's going down the right. Big David Kelly, the man from Lurgan. He offloads the pass. That's a high pass to Lochran. Lochran pushes this one in. That's a super shot, but it's gone to the right and wide, James.
Yeah, just unlucky. That's two good chances Cruppen had there, and they couldn't fail to deliver. 4 minutes into the half, and both teams have chances, but Cross have put the 2 points on the board.
Well, Crossmaglen are old hands at this. They're like Kerry to a certain degree. They know what to do when it's required and how to up the ante.
Yeah, here we go again. Ball going to be kicked out to the middle of the field. Let's see, will Hurty look for Hanratty?
And that's exactly what he does. It goes way over on the far side, but this time it's picked up by a Cruppen man over on the far side. That was McCullough. He offloads the pass inside. He goes for the return. He doesn't get it. He goes heading towards the corner. The ball's up in the air. That's a high looping ball dropping down, and that's another wide, James. 3 wides in a row.
3 wide, unforgivable. 3 wides in a row. You can't do that against a team with the calibre of Cross.
Carrickcruppen definitely need to be hitting them scores. That's for sure. They're not doing it. So Paul Hardy comes out to kick this one long. Carrickcruppen, 3 shots, 3 wides, 1-5 to 111. They need to be clipping them over the bar. They need to be getting the ball in quicker. But Crossmaglen in total control here, James.
Yeah, still controlling the cross, but they can count themselves lucky there wasn't three more points in it there. Big kick out by Hardy to the middle of the field.
Patton goes down, breaks the ball down, picked up. Well, there's a little bit of a pull on Harl. Harl sweeps round, gathers it up, goes a long way. Where's the support? The support comes all the way back. Tackles coming in. Crossmaglen pushing high up the field. Ball's away with Billy Joe Patton. Billy Joe going down the left hand side. He'll be in Croke Park. There's a tackle down here. There's a couple man lying on the ground. He was fouled. The referee says play on. The game goes on. An opportunity for Damian, and Damian is going to pull the trigger, and he pulled it wide. Oh, what another unforgivable shot. And there's a bit of a shamuzzle down there, down in the corner.
Yeah, there's a bit of afters after. He should definitely have buried that in the back of the net. About a foot to the left hand post and out. Even if he'd have taken a point there, it would have reduced it. Oh, a little bit of pushing going on.
Well, Paul Hardy's getting very close and personal down in there. There's a bit of a shamuzzle down in the goals. Carrickcruppen would need to be concentrating more on playing football at this stage, James.
Yeah, there's no need for this at all. Just need to come in. The referee needs to get in and sort all this out. Just a little bit of wrestling more than anything else.
Carrickcruppen need to be moving away from this. They're down by 4 or 5 to 111, down by 6 points. They need to wise up, play a bit of football, get the ball in. And again, the referee's going to be talking to the 2 umpires. Paul Hardy is talking to the referee, James.
Yeah, it looks like Paul maybe could get a yellow card here for pushing in the net.
Still a little bit of afters going there. Carrickcruppen want to concentrate on getting the ball into hand, going for goals here. So 6 points in it. Paul Hardy is talking to the umpire. He's talking to the referee. The referee, well, they're still going a little bit of afters down here. So Carrickcruppen need to be stepping up to the mark and getting the ball into the back of the net. Down below us here. Referee, not sure what he's done here.
Referee isn't.
He's issued a yellow card to Paul Hardy, and they're still
to get in here and get control of this quick.
Well, the best way to get control would be to kick the ball out and get on with the game.
No, he's calling somebody. Yeah, he's looking at kicked out.
Referee says, let's get on with the game. That's the best way. Push the ball long, get the ball down the field. Carrickcruppen 1-5 to 111. Well, the crowd's starting to build here. The atmosphere starting to lift here in the championship semi-final. Jimmy Clark's getting warmed up. Jimmy Clark's coming into the game, but Crossmaglen are in total control here. Away over on the far side, they're going up the right-hand side. Takes a lot of steps. Referees indicated you over-carried the ball there.
Yeah.
The ball's going to be launched down the field.
Yeah, David McKenna over-carrying the ball. Took about 6 steps on it there. Jamie's getting ready here.
Referee has indicated again. There's a little bit of pulling down here on
Moved it
McCullough. So the ball's down on the 13-metre line, and it's a free in for Carrickcruppen.
Yeah,
This would be a good response, James.
Yeah, definitely. This is a definite point from Decky Carville. John Morrison predicted earlier that Jamie Clark would make an appearance in this game, and he's not wrong. Looks like he'll be going on here.
James, John Morrison is never wrong. He always calls it right. He's done it here several times on Destination Newry. And don't forget, our bringing by, put it on the Destination website, and you can pick it up, and that ball's hammered over the bar, James.
Yeah, that's Cruppen's first score in a while, and they were unlucky with the goal and a few points. The game has really spiced it up here at the moment, so we're in for a good 22 minutes.
So I'll have to say hello to all the lads over in New York from Crossmaglen. The Crossmaglen New Yorkers. So in comes Clark into the game. Jamie Clark is into the game here. So Jamie Clark from America. That's 3 men in 3 weeks have come from America and played in the Armagh Championship here this evening. Hurty, he got booked a minute ago. He kicks the ball long. The ball's coming away out on the far side. Broken down again. Ball spills out, but the Carrickcruppen man sleeping. Crossmaglen man spills in. That's a huge hit there, and that's a free where the ball lands.
The ball lands, yeah. Definite free there. Of course, they're wanting to take it quick with Aaron Cunningham.
Carrickcruppen need to be settling themselves down here. Crossmaglen in control, 111 to 1-6. And don't forget the shout box at the bottom of the screen. The linesman has spotted something. There'll be a Carrickcruppen man getting into the book here, James, by the looks of things.
Yeah, it looks like it. A little bit niggly, but there's nothing really serious. But hopefully it settles itself down now. This is a dangerous position with Cross, with Ushin with the ball just outside the 45.
Well, Mickey McConey says he can't get his phone to work to show the match, but hello to all the lads in Australia. Of course, Stephen Lochran, he took a couple hours off in the middle of the night, and the referee's heading towards
Paddy McCullough.
Paddy McCullough came over from New York. The referee's going to be indicating, is this a yellow card to Paddy McCullough? Paddy McCullough's talking to Jim Slavin, and he says Jim only came home from New York last week. He gets yellow carded.
Must have been something off the ball there.
So McCullough has picked up a yellow card. Paul Hurty picked up a yellow card. Crossmaglen in control here. The ball's kicked long and it goes to the left and wide, James.
Yeah,
and as you look out, we see the smoke coming over the far side of the scoreboard here in the athletic grounds.
Yeah, Ushin there he thought he would bend it in off his right foot, but it just drifted to the left and wide.
Stanley Trimble, great work by Cross, great intensity, working the ball very well. Cliffy Sherritt, come on, Dacky Orchard, city number 9. So they're watching the game all over the place here tonight. McCullough kicks this one long. It's coming down into the middle. Patton goes up. He gathers it down, but he spills the ball out. And Crossmaglen on the attack. Aaron Kernan gives a lovely inside pass. Offloaded. An opportunity here. And the ball's kicked. A superb save by McCullough. And the ball comes out. Socket along the ground. 1-2, there's men diving on the ball, and the ball goes out for a wide.
Great save by John McCullough from Jamie Clark on a surefire goal. Spreaded himself well. Save of the night.
Great save by John McCullough. He was on the county team here a couple of years ago. He had a great game again, Kerry, when the goalkeeper got injured for Armagh. He's back for Carrickcruppen here, down in the Dalton Road end. Carrickcruppen 1-6, Crossmaglen 1-11. So Carrickcruppen are down, but the game goes on. Out into the middle, the ball's broken down. Again, picked up there by Billy Joe Padden. Billy Joe, he's going up to Crow Park tomorrow. He's doing a bit of work for TV3. McCullough gets the ball. He needs to watch himself. He's already booked here tonight in the athletic grounds. Carrickcruppen down the left-hand side with the ball. Crossmaglen, the ball comes back into Keenan. Keenan's coming with the ball. He puts this one up in the air. That's a Holy Mary, Mother of God ball. She's dropping down. The ball is broke down, but it's picked up. Well, there's 2 or 3 crossmen coming out with the ball there, and the referee has indicated that that's a free, James.
Yeah, poor ball in by Paul Keenan, launched it maybe 60 feet up in the air. The ball needs to be delivered in quickly into the Carrickcruppen forwards.
And Carrickcruppen need just to settle themselves, James. There's still plenty of time here. Nab a goal, who knows what can happen here.
No, there's still only 5 points in it, and it'll make for an interesting 19 minutes left.
Well, Mickey can't get his phone working, and we're told, Mickey, download the Puffin app, and that'll get you the game here on Destination Newry. Jose McDonough live from Trinidad. Super stuff this game. Jose McDonough, great to have you on board. Marty and Armagh, why have we got linesmen and umpires in these games? Why weren't they calling Shavlin to report anything instead of standing watching all? Well, sure, we say... We're going to show you a wee replay of John McCullough's magical save there 2 seconds ago. And there it was. What a super save by young McCullough in goals. He's probably taken all them great attributes off his uncle. No question about that, James.
Definitely, Damian. You were an unbelievable shot stopper in your day.
Well, we looking down Eddie Hill. He was doing a bit of golf today, and Eddie, well, he couldn't get the ball where he wanted to go, but Clover Hill still won the game. They won the Ulster title. We have a little bit of an injury time down there, James.
Another long delay here, a couple of minutes injury time, a bit like in the first half. This will maybe get both teams to settle down.
No doubt about it. She got a little bit hot and bothered there. She was like the old pressure cooker boiling up, and once you take the lid of her, everything is okay. The game is about to go on here. Underneath us, Kernan takes a little dinky pass inside. Kernan can push the ball away over on the far side. Crossmaglen up the ante here towards the middle of the second half. 13 minutes into the second half. Carrickcruppen 1-6. Crossmaglen 1-11. Away over on the far side. Crossmaglen, the All-Ireland champions, trying to get into the final against the mighty Pearse Oaks. Pearse Oaks had a great win here last night. Kernan's getting a lot of time on the ball. The tackles need to go in. He goes past Kelly, and Kelly fouls him there, James.
Might have been a good place to foul him. Quick ball in.
Ball goes in over the top. Broken out. Carrickcruppen coming from the back line. Tackles coming in left, right and centre. Well, the ball was given away there by Stephen Harl. Stephen Harl give the ball away.
Kyle
An
Brennan.
opportunity for Brennan. Brennan puts it in, and this time the ball's pulled to the left and wide.
Yeah, bad wide there from Johnny Hanratty off his right foot. Should have been a definite score for Cross. That's a couple now Cross had missed. With Oisin missing one a couple of minutes ago. Just 14 minutes gone in the second half.
14 minutes gone in the second half. Carrickcruppen 1-6. Crossmaglen 1-11. Carrickcruppen have only scored 1 point in the second half here, James.
Yeah, they'll need to up ante. Big kick out here from John McCullough.
Ball's coming out in the middle of the field. McCullough gets up, Henry gets up. Crossman gathers that one, puts it under his arm, and runs round by Silverbridge and pushes the ball towards Newtown into the corner. Out comes Hughes and McGill. He gathers that one up. He goes long way. He passes the ball into Billy Joe Padden. Billy Joe Padden puts the ball down towards Monaghan. The ball bounces over the top of Monaghan. He's got a little push in the back.
Pushing the back, and Decky Carville will have a pop at this one, just on the 45.
Carville pushes it in, an opportunity for Carrickcruppen, and it's a tip, and it's into the back of the net, definitely into the back of the net.
Great score by Paul Keenan.
So game on here, 2-6 to 1-11, James. Game on here.
That's what this game needed to come into life. Great score there by Paul Keenan. Decky Carville spotted him out and dropped it into the back of the net. The game has come to life now.
Well, that's what Carrickcruppen needed. If you're from Carrickcruppen, that's for sure. No doubt about it. Keenan needs to pass. Well, Keenan put that ball in the back of the net. Cahill, what more can we say? Carrickcruppen 2-6, Crossmaglen 1-11. So Carrickcruppen back into this game, James. No question about it.
No, that's what the game needed. 2 point game now. Halfway gone into the second half. Another injury to a Cross player.
Dara McKenna, I've got it. Well, Dara, I have to tell you, we've got the machine back working here down in the athletic grounds. Dara McKenna, can I get hello in with the Blackwater lads here and give us a wee good luck for the junior final? Good luck to Unportmore, Blackwater Town in the junior final. No question about that. Good luck to the lads in the junior final. So, David McGovern, all the St Mary's lads watching the match after a rough Freshers week in Belfast. Get big Cal O'Grady on. Well, David, you need to watch yourself at that Freshers weekend. It takes its toll, there's no doubt about it. Paul puts the ball out. The ball's coming out in the middle of the field. McCullough gathers that one. He goes one way. He pushes the ball inside to Harl. Harl bends down. The foot comes in, and that's a free for Carrickcruppen. Yeah. David Kelly says, I'm going to drive this one in. The Cruppen boys are calling it in. Kelly puts it all the way across, away over the far side. Out comes Keenan. Keenan gathers that one. He puts the ball back inside. Up in the air the ball goes. Does it go over the bar? It's gone in. And it's gone over the bar, James. Game on here in the athletic grounds this evening.
Absolutely great point there. The game is on now, Damian. 1 point in it. 16 minutes gone.
2-7 to 1-11. Carrickcruppen rattled the onion bag a minute ago by Big Paul Keenan. So Crossmaglen, the All-Ireland champions, in the lead, but just only. The ball comes out, broken down in the middle. The ball's soccered along the ground. There's 2 or 3 men, but it's picked up there by Jamie Clark. Or is that Tony Kernan? Tony Kernan pushes it long, pushes away to the far side. Crossmaglen on the attack on the far side. Tackles Jamie Clark. He gathers that one up, puts it over to Kernan. Kernan launches it long. The ball's coming in. Great pick there by the Cruppen man in defence, coming out with the ball. The referee has indicated that that's a free. Well, I wonder what Finbar Hughes would give for a draw in this match here this evening. His odds were pretty good earlier on. What would they be like now? The game goes on. Carrickcruppen need to be getting this ball down the field towards the forwards. comes into David Kelly. David Kelly has only one thing in his mind. He's going to be launching this one, and that's exactly what he does. He puts her down the field. The ball comes down, but Crossmaglen put the big man in, and he just catches that ball with the greatest of ease.
Great work by David McKenna. Took that out of the air. It looked like they brought David back as a sweeper here because Cruppen are in the ascendancy at the moment.
James, I don't believe you said Crossmaglen play with a sweeper. We had it here from James Doyle in the athletic grounds here this evening. The ball comes out underneath us here with Kernan. Kernan goes down past Harl. He drives. He takes a lot of steps, but he gets away with it. Till takes a lot of steps there. Turns around, puts the ball back inside. Tony Kernan, he pushes the ball all the way down towards the full forward line. Little bit of a pull there. The Cruppen man was pulled. The ball socketed along the ground. Tackles coming in. Jim Shevlin says play on. The ball's pushed away over the far side, blocked down. Crossmaglen have a chance to get one on the board here, James. They're coming in. They pull this one, and it's up on the, and it's wide. It's gone wide, James.
Yeah, that's a bad miss there from Cross. It's 18 minutes gone here, and Cross are a little bit panicky at the moment.
James Loughran is coming into the game. James Loughran's coming into the game. We're waiting to see who's coming off. So James Loughran comes into the game. David Kelly leaves the field of play. Played really well there, James. 18 minutes and 20 seconds gone in the second half. There's only one between them.
Loughran's a big man. It looks like they're bringing him out here to shore up in around the break balls around the middle of the field.
So the ball is out. The ball goes out to the far side. Great catch over there on the far side. Carrickcruppen driving forward, making the moves for the ball. They're looking up. McCullough comes out. He goes after that one. The ball comes in, but Monaghan, the ball spills out. An opportunity here. Well, the ball was on the ground. The Cruppen man put the foot in, and that's a foul, James.
Yeah, definite free out. Cross are going to have to steady themselves here.
So Crossmaglen on the east stand. They're coming up the field. There's nobody near the cross man. Out he comes, gets the ball back, offloads the pass inside. They're driving forward, pushing the quick ball into the forward line. Ball's picked up. Carrickcruppen, well, the man's down. There goes Jimmy Clark. Jimmy Clark's heading towards the goals. He looks up, he checks inside. He's still going with the ball. He offloads the pass. An opportunity for Crossmaglen. Away out again. Very, very tight angle. Put up in the air. And McCullough gallows that one. Great bit of work there by McCullough. Took off a magic save a minute ago. He took that one off the crossbar.
Yeah, great save there by John McCullough, just clipping it from Jamie Clark, who's pushed out to a tight angle. Cruppen are really here working the ball hard in the middle of the field. Billy Joe on the ball.
10 minutes to go. There's only a point between them. Billy Joe Padden, he's going to Crow Park here. He puts the ball into Dacky Carville. Dacky Carville spins on the left hand side. He goes down the left hand side, puts this one in, and it's coming in, but again, keeper's catching it. Well, the referee says that's a free out. Wasn't much of a free there, James.
Much of a free. David McKenna sitting back in again in the full back line. Morgan getting the ball and delivering it out.
Kernan gives a lovely sweeping pass away down the far side to the other Kernan. Kernan coming up one side of the field, offloads the pass. Tackles coming in from behind, but Crossmaglen retained possession. Tackles coming in. The referee has indicated that's a free, James.
Yeah, a little bit tight there. Kyle Brennan won his free. This is time for Cross to slow it down. No, quick ball into Aaron.
No doubt about that. Aaron Kernan looks up, puts a lovely dinky pass in the inside along the ground, picked off the sod, checks one way, checks the other, tries to get the shot in from an impossible angle, and who is it that kicks the ball, and it's off the post, and all the luck of the night is hanging out of Oisin McConville.
Good score by Oisin there. Cross needed a score to settle themselves after all the work that Cruppen has done. It'll be interesting to see now. 20 minutes gone.
10 minutes left, 2-7 to 1-12. Crossmaglen leading this game here, James, and we have a double substitution coming in. 4 and 24 for Crossmaglen. Crossmaglen trying to get subs in. Ball's broken down the far side. Carrickcruppen got that one up. Harl's calling the ball. Billy Joe Padden puts the ball down towards Dacky Monaghan. Dacky Monaghan comes out. He offloads the pass. The pass comes in underneath us here. Soccered away. The boys want to pick that ball up. Dacky Monaghan tried to soccer the ball away. Should have bent down. The ball comes out to Monaghan. Monaghan gathers round. Loughran's on the overlap. Given away, and that's a shocking ball there by Dacky Monaghan. Yeah. There was two men on the overlap. They should have get the ball inside. But Crossmaglen, the masters of the game here in the athletic grounds. Everybody went for that one, they missed it, but in comes the cross man, offloads the pass to McConville. McConville's trying to get the score here. He puts this one up in the air and puts it over the bar, James.
Good score by Oisin, but a horrendous pass down here from Cruppen. Very simple kick in from Johnny Hanratty, and Oisin puts the ball over the bar.
That came from a mistake by Dacky Monaghan. All Dacky had to do was offload the pass inside, and he gave the ball away, and Cross goes up, and Oisin clips it over the bar. 10 years ago, he was burying the ball in the back of the net in Crow Park. Here tonight, he slips the ball over the bar.
Yeah, double substitution here from Crossmaglen. Paul McKeown
and young Mel
Boyce.
Paul McCone and Mel Boyce comes into the game here late in the game. 22 minutes gone, 8 minutes left. Carrickcruppen 2-7, Crossmaglen 1-13.
Yeah, we have a very interesting 8 minutes left, Damian. There's only a couple of points in it.
So Conor Sloan's coming into the game here, and Paul Keenan is leaving the field of play by the looks of things.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it looks like Paul's coming off, but Paul's had a good game unless he's suffering from an injury.
So the substitutes have been made. The players have come off, the players have gone on. There's 3 between them. Carrickcruppen down by 3. The ball goes out on the far side. Again, Crossmaglen winning break ball. Crossmaglen, probably their fitness will pick them up in this game. They're driving forward, but great bit of defensive work there by Carrickcruppen. Launch the ball away down the far side. Harl going down the left hand side with the ball, pushes the ball towards McCullough. McCullough gets that one. Well, he didn't get it, he spilled the ball out. The ball's picked out on the far side. Carrickcruppen coming up the field, or Crossmaglen, big hit over on the far side. That's a free for Crossmaglen.
Yeah, Keelan McCullough was unlucky there. The ball just spilt out. He got a punch underneath the arm there, which released the ball. Another Cross man down. Cross will be looking to slow this down now with 3 minutes to go. Or with
7 minutes to
yeah,
go.
7 minutes to go, 23
Conor
minutes
Sloan
gone.
is in for Paul Keenan here deep towards the end. 7 minutes left. There's 3 between them here on the athletic grounds. The All-Ireland champions 3 ahead in this game, brought to you by Destination Newry, live round the world, all over the world here this evening. It's great to have everybody tuned in from London to Thailand to Crossmaglen to New York to Boston and further afield. We want to know, is there Helsinki Harps people watching here tonight, James?
Yeah, Tony McDonald from Newtown and Helsinki Harps. He's doing great work out there with him at the moment.
Well, we wait for the little bit of attention for the Crossmen. They're okay, they're good to go. Conor Sloan is in the Carrickcruppen, Bice is in the Crossmaglen team. Tony Kernan still stands the way he stands, doesn't get too enamoured. Crossmaglen on the attack, but that ball's off the side, and this is line ball for Carrickcruppen.
Yeah, quick ball in here into
McCullough, he drifts past his man, he's driving forward with the ball, he puts the ball away over the far side. Carville uses his body trying to break it down, but out comes, well, that's a pick off the ground there. The referee is playing away, he's too far out, he didn't spot that one, but that was definitely a pick off the ground. Crossmaglen on the attack, in with Tony Kernan. Tony Kernan's heading up the field with the ball, pushing it long, the ball goes way over to the far side. Great gather there by the corner man from Crossmaglen. Carr offloads the pass to Kernan. The ball goes inside to McConville. McConville, this is his territory, and as I say that, I put the scud on him. The ball comes out, McCullough stops it from going out to the 45. Carrickcruppen on the attack. Carrickcruppen coming down the field with the ball. Stephen Harl standing calling for the ball. The ball goes way down towards the corner. Will it beat everybody? And the ball has gone over the line.
Bit of a poor delivery there, but David McKenna looked like he definitely handled the ball here on the square, and Cruppen were unlucky.
We have another man, Big Cahill O'Grady's coming into the team. The lads from St Mary's will be very happy here this evening. The ball's away down in the far corner. The Crossmaglen man gathers it up at the second attempt, spins past the Cruppen man. The referee, James, has given a handy enough free there.
Looked like a soft one there, Damian. Once again, with 5 minutes left, Cross will be looking to slow this down and see out the rest of this game.
Well, he was pulled back there. John Morrison says he was pulled back, but definitely the way this game's going, that was a sort of a handy enough free to be getting. No question about that. John Dines, top class game, watching it here in St Bridget's Hill, Armagh. Mon the Cruppen. John, great to have you on board. He's getting warmed up. The man from St Mary's underneath us here will be coming into the game with 5 minutes left plus injury time. 2-7 to 1-13. Carrickcruppen scored the goal, James. They didn't build on the goal.
No, they needed to push on. There was 1 point in it, and Cross got a couple of more points, and Aaron is going to have a pop at this one. Quick ball.
Cross on the attack, ball's up in the air, and this time it's gone over the bar, James, and there's 4 between them.
The Aaron Kernan's angle there might have been a bit acute. Jamie Clark come out quick into Jamie, straight over the bar.
So Carrickcruppen are bringing another man in here. We're waiting to see who's coming off. It is 1-14 to 2-7. Carrickcruppen have taken a man off. Mark Patton seems to be coming off here underneath us. So Carrickcruppen, they have 4 minutes left in the senior championship here this evening against the mighty men from Crossmaglen. The ball's kicked long out into the middle. A parcel of men went for that ball and they missed it all, but picked up there by big Johnny Hanratty. Johnny Hanratty goes one way and then he pushes it all the way down into the corner. That wee corner man from Crossmaglen's giving Carrickcruppen plenty of torture here tonight. He looks one way, he puts the ball back in, but there's a great interception there by Bradley. Bradley's coming down, his brother's watching over in Australia, and as I say that, he still gets the ball. The ball's pushed out, tries to get the ball up, ball goes back into Kernan. Aaron Kernan goes one way, he goes the long way around past Conor Sloan. Conor Sloan goes after him. The ball's pushed away to the far side. Crossmaglen over here with the ball, trying to get it into the danger man on the inside. 2 Cruppen men after him, James.
Yeah, Crossing have sort of crossing up the intensity in the last couple of minutes with a 4-minute lead at the moment. Looks like Johnny Hanratty is down here. An accidental punch to the head by Faker Bradley, who was going for the ball.
So his brother Dara's watching the game all the way around the other side of the world. Dara's, great to have you on board here on Destination Newry. 3 minutes left in the game, there's 4 points in it, so this could be another point for Crossmaglen, James.
Yeah, there will be a little bit of injury time left, so there might be 6 points in total. I see Garth here is warming up another cross sub.
So Crossmaglen are bringing another man into the game here. The linesman's talking to The linesman is talking to the referee. They've spotted something that none of the rest of us spotted, not even our cameraman here. Big Ramey is talking to Jim, and Jim saying, yes, it's that one there. He's pointing to it. So Jim is heading towards somebody here.
Yeah, looks like he's going to give someone a chat to.
Well, we're not sure who he's going to, but he's still not convinced who he should be talking to. But he's saying, well, he's looking back and he's looking for more advice. He says, let's get on with the game. Play on, he says.
Aaron. Or
Oisin McConville drives this one long. Oisin McConville, well, his radar's a wee bit to the right this time, and that one didn't go with the bar, James.
Just pulled it, but a dead ball at 28 minutes gone. This is good there, wide at the moment.
Lord Torley is watching the game. He says, come on, Cruppen, the best team in the world. Well, of course, he'd be a Carrickcruppen man, and he'd be saying that one there.
A little bit biased there.
Well, he probably is a little bit biased, but the ball's kicked long, out into the middle of the field. Harl goes after that one. He gathers that one up, offloads the pass. Carrickcruppen need to be getting this ball inside. The ball comes in over the top. 2 or 3 men has it. McCullough gathers it up. He looks one way. He offloads the pass inside. 2 or 3 Carrickcruppen men. Crossmaglen put a blanket defence up. Out on the outside by McCullough. He puts it in, trying to slip out the goal here. The ball spilled out, soccered along the ground, picked up there. There's bodies lying all over the place. But Carrickcruppen, well, they couldn't get the score in. Crossmaglen coming with the ball, trying. Aaron Kernan, he took a lot of steps there. Or is that Tony Kernan? All the Kernans, they look awful like from a distance.
Overcarried the ball. Cruppen need a goal here.
Carrickcruppen need to be launching this one in about the house and hoping for the ball to end up in the back of the net. Down below us here, we're looking down. That's the only option they need to be doing, and that's exactly what they're doing. The ball goes in, down underneath us, but it's picked up by Crossmaglen. Out to come with the ball. Ball's picked off the sod there. Coming out, is that Hanratty driving forward with the ball. That man is playing a horse of a game tonight, James.
Yeah, very strong. Johnny Hanratty has had a lot of possession. Him and David McKenna are nearly playing super sweepers now back. Cross will be trying to see this out with the full time just up.
2-7 to 1-14. The linesman goes out. There's another yellow card issued to a Carrickcruppen man over on the far side. Carrickcruppen, well, they're down by 4. Crossmaglen up by 4. Way over on the far side on the east stand. They're driving down the field. The ball comes long inside. An opportunity. Well, that's a hit there, but the ball bounces around. Picked up by the crossman over in the corner. Kernan, he spins one way. He goes the long way. He's looking for support. The support doesn't come, but he offloads the pass. Gives the pass inside. Ball's knocked away again. Crossmaglen pick the ball up. They're under no pressure. Coming with the ball. Carrickcruppen down by 4. Ball is up in the air, and the ball is dropping, and it's gone to the right.
A little bit loose by Cruppen there in the backs. Cross seemed to have free rein. John McCullough's looking for a quick kick out here.
So Carrickcruppen down by 4. 2-7 to 1-14 here towards the end of this Senior Championship semi-final. We're deep into injury time. The ball comes out into the middle of the field. Picked up there. Well, the ball's picked up there by the Cruppen man. The referee has indicated that that's a free, so Crossmaglen man wrestled that ball out. Crossmaglen definitely won the midfield battle, James, here this evening.
Yeah, definitely control a quick ball in here for Oisin.
Oisin uses all his experience in his body, and again Oisin got the handy enough one there, James.
Jamie Clark into Jamie. Jamie got pulled down to the side, and another handy free. Looks like Aaron is going to take his time with this one again.
So we're deep into injury time. Carrickcruppen, everybody give them no chance here this evening. The pull crossed to within a point. They couldn't build on it, and Cross up the ante, and they just pulled away that wee bit further from Carrickcruppen. But it's a very young Carrickcruppen team here, James.
No, they put in a great performance here tonight. A lot of people thought there'd be 10 or 12 points in it at the end, and as you say, there was only a point in it. They missed a couple of a great save there by McCullough to keep him in it. Aaron's going to take his time here with
So
31 minutes
31
gone.
minutes and 35 seconds gone in the second half. Jim Shavlin, I think he called 2 to 3 minutes of injury time. Crossmaglen in the ascendancy, the ball's up in the air. That's a wonderful shot
great
there
score
from
there by Aaron. He took his time and delivered it with the left foot.
Aaron Kernan, super strike off the ball. He can put them over from anywhere. 1:15 to 2:7. Carrickcruppen need a quick chance here. Well, Lochran called that one. McCullough says, no, I'm going to put it long. The referee, did he call 2 minutes? Did he call 3 minutes? We're waiting to see what he'll do here. Paddy McCullough will be heading to Australia after this one, once this game's over. If Carrickcruppen don't win, again, Carrickcruppen spill the ball out. The ball's on the ground. The referee has indicated that there is a Carrickcruppen free. Carrickcruppen will be putting this one in about the house.
Yeah, Cruppen need a goal at this stage, so they're going to have to work
So
on.
James Hughes is going to be launching this one, and he puts it in. The ball's into the middle, dropping down. Ball breaks, but it's picked up there. The Crossmaglen man, it's in over the top, and it's a goal! Carrickcruppen got a goal right at the death. There's one between them. Have they got a chance?
Deflection into the back of the net. Paul Herty, a little bit of a calamity there in the cross goal. 2 between them.
There's only 2 between them right at the end here. Carrickcruppen, well, there's 2 between them. The referee, I think he called 3 minutes. There's 2 or 3. There's 2 or 3 substitutions. Will the referee add it on? Will Carrickcruppen get a chance? Or will Crossmaglen hang on here to win this game by 2? Deep at the end of the game. There's 2 between them. 3-7 to 1:15.
3 minutes gone. He's getting very excited now.
Well, the game is rattling towards the end. Will Carrickcruppen get a chance to get one shot back in here to the goals? The referee says play on. The ball comes down. The ball's broken down. Out comes the Crossmaglen man. And Anthony, there's Cunningham offloads the pass, but it's a free. Aaron Kernan uses all his experience, takes his time, puts the ball into Hanratty, back to Kernan. Carrickcruppen down by 2, right at the death. McConville comes out. Kernan goes one way, gives it back to McConville. McConville goes down the field with the ball. Paddy McCullough needs to watch himself.
big
He's
space.
already booked. The referee give him a long look. They overlap. The ball comes in over the far side. Crossmaglen winning by 2 here. The ball's up in the air, and that's a super strike.
Absolutely super strike. Cross needed that.
The cornerback ghosts up the field and slips the ball over the bar. Paul McCune done that in the All-Ireland final. He's done it here this evening. Jim Slavin's waiting to blow the whistle. He's picked the ball. He's put the whistle in his mouth. He's put the book in his pocket. McCullough kicks the ball out. The ball is out. The game is over. 3-7 to 1:16. 3-7, James, to 1:16 here at the end of the game.
Yeah, if there was the bookies wouldn't have bet that Cruppen would have scored 3 goals in this one. A little bit of a calamity on the last one, but good performance by Cruppen. They really worked hard out there, and Cross will be happy to get over the line and book a date with the Oaks.
Well, we'll just keep the comments coming in. Chico and Snooky Boyle enjoying the game from Balnalack, eating the Isle Chinese. Come on, Cruppen. Well, John Dines, top class football watching here in St Bridget's Hall. Anthony Bennett, good to see Cruppen stand the ground. Great stuff. Connor says, put on the most lethal back from Cross. Mick, he says, Mickey McGahan, get James Lochran on, and that's all happened. So, of course, we had problems here trying to get the internet working here, James, but it came on at the end. But Carrickcruppen, 3-7 to 1:16. What can we say?
Well, listen, they gave it everything. A lot of people didn't give them a chance. They thought there'd be 12 or 14 points in it, but they really upped the ante and worked hard. And to get 3 goals against Crossmaglen is a great achievement in any game.
No question about it. Well, the game is over. Carrickcruppen are out of the championship, but they put a credible performance up here in the second half, James, and they got the goals.
Yeah, great. Absolutely fantastic performance. They can hold their heads up. Semi-final of a championship. Cross will have to go now and regroup before they have a date set with the Oaks.
Well, there's no doubt about that, James. We're going to talk to John Morrison here. We're going to get an opinion from John Morrison. John, what do you think?
Well, it was a very exciting game, and Carrickcruppen had their chance. Their greatest chance, though, was after 3 poor wides and young Monaghan blasting the ball, where if he'd have taken his time, it was in the net. Now, the way I do look at it, the best player in the field was young McCullough, Cruppen's keeper. He made 3 magnificent saves, also prevented another 50. Cross gave 3 goals away. Still were able to, even after that last setback, come up and get a point. Cross are masters at a team hitting high ball into the square. They packed the defence. Dave McKinnon. Now, all right, they fell to a couple of sucker punches, but at the end of the day, they're better side. But Cruppen can feel they ran them close. But if Cruppen, there were times they were hitting the ball in high where they run with them a better chance because they're more accurate scores. Cruppen, in a sense, did from long range shoot themselves out of it, but Cross with a better side.
There's no question about it, John. And of course, they did they shot 3 wides in a row. And of course, Monaghan's chance for the goal. And of course, they had a chance up here in the first half as well. Those chances come back to bite them in the end.
Well, as I said, for me, the game was one loss for young Monaghan. But as well as that, 2 fumbles by a crosskeeper and a block, a fortuitous block, plus 2 magnificent saves. Well, actually 3, one under the bar from Cruppen keeper. So for me, at the end of the day, Cruppen will take a lot out of it and will tell the story that they ran them close. But Cross is still a better side and in the final with a shadow of a team.
No question about it. And Crossmaglen definitely take on Pearse Oaks in the Armagh senior final in a couple of weeks' time. So we wish both teams, John, the very best in the final. So there we go. Thanks to John Morris, and John's heading to Crow Park tomorrow. So we look down, Decky, Plunkett, some game watching it here in Abbey Park. Yep, definitely Paul Keenan in Gravesend. Says, tell John Dines he should be in bed. There was no credit for that. Pat Spillane, well, that's not Pat Spillane saying puke football. Cruppen lad cross for the taking. Well, that was when the goal went in, but it didn't happen. Michael McShane, great game. Cruppen played well. Cross need to improve. Wee bit of bias, Damian. Well, of course, slightly little bit of bias there, but we thought we'd done it all right here, James, this evening.
No, we definitely called it as we see it. Cross still won, and Cross has still fancied their chances in the final against the Oaks, but they just need to do a bit of work.
When we call soft freeze, James, we're looking at them from far out, and we feel that some of the frees were soft enough to be getting on both teams to be truthful.
No, but the referee he needed to get control of the game there when there was a little bit of messing about, and he got him to kick out the ball and got everyone back and working. But Cross are out here in the huddle at the moment, and Tony will be trying to get his troops ready for the final now against Oaks, and I think it'll be a cracking final.
Well, Michael McVerry, best of luck to Cruppen, watching on Honeymoon all the way from Russia, getting exciting, so well done to Michael. Of course, well, we're a wee bit slow with the comments here because we have a few problems trying to get the machine working here. It's nothing to do with us, it's all to do with what's happening in the Wi-Fi out the back. Miles McIntyre, far better game than last week. Jerry Flynn says just millimetres in it. Just millimetres in, Jerry Flynn. Yep, Jerry Flynn says just millimetres in it. Carrickcruppen definitely had a chance there, and Jerry's very disappointed. Pearse Casey, every Carrickcruppen should be proud of themselves. They've done well and they've done the jersey proud. Paul O'Neill, Cruppen are a team for the future. That's tough a game Cross had all year. No question about that this evening. Cruppen lad Cross for taking fancy Oaks on this performance. Probably would, James. You would still fancy Crossmaglen because they're the masters.
Yeah, Crossmaglen are the masters, and they didn't have a fantastic game tonight. But you could say the Cruppen really put them to the pin of their collar tonight. But Oaks won last night, beat near 10 points, but Cross won't care about that. If they won by 1 point tonight, they're still back in the final.
That's for sure. Shane Garvey listening in and watching the game over in Jamaica. Proud to be a Cruppen. Big miss by the referee when McKenna lifted the ball in the box. Well, Shane, didn't see that one from here, but if you tell us that's the truth, well, we'll look it back and we'll check it out on Destination Newry on Monday. And of course, don't forget our little, well, you can bring and buy and put it up on the Destination Newry's Newry Buys, James. A great little opportunity. The deal, check it out, the Newry deal.
Yes.
That ball that was played the other night, you could put it on the Newry deal, sell it, and get a few pound.
Make an absolute fortune in the senior championship semi-final.
There's no question about that. So Carrickcruppen, well, the axe of the championship, unfortunately, it looks as if Paddy McCullough will now be heading to Australia, James.
Yeah, well, listen, Paddy's contribution in the last 2 games helped. I personally believe that Paddy McCullough's contribution last week helped him beat Sarsfields, and tonight he was influential as well. He was marking Hanratty, and it was no easy task for him.
Well, Miles McIntyre, he says this was a far better game than last night, thanks to Destination Newry. Well, Miles, we didn't actually play out there, but we done our part. There's no question about that. We kept you informed. Joe McManus, we're going to get a chat from Joe McManus. Joe wants to know who scored the last goal. Well, we didn't figure that one out because there was a bunch of men jumped for the ball, and the ball ended up in the back of the net. We're not sure, but somebody has seen it and somebody has watched it. So we're going to check the replay here and see who scored that goal at the end. So the Carrickcruppen boys are in the huddle having a good discussion. Barry Flynn, Jerry, his father, says Carrickcruppen, James, just missed it by that.
As we were saying, for the young lads to get the opportunity to play against the best team in Ireland and to put up a performance, they'll be very proud of their performance tonight, and they can hold their heads up high. And
of course we have to say hello to Pauline McCrainer. She says a great game, Pauline. It's her birthday tomorrow. We can't say what age Pauline is. She's part of the McCrainer Architects from Ballydugan. Pauline, a happy birthday. I hope Paul took you out last night to the Ulster Orchestra. And we're going to have a wee look at the replay here, folks, just to see who scored the goal. The ball's dropping down. There was a rebound, the ball was kicked out and blocked down by one of the Cruppen men. We're just going to have another little look here. Do we see? Is that Carville in there? What do we see? It's hard to see. We reckon the ball's in the back of the net, doesn't change the result.
Cruppen goal.
There was a ball was in the back of the net. It doesn't change the result, but the ball went into the back of the net. We're trying. I have a notion it might have been Dacky Carville because he's wearing the white undershorts. So anyway, it doesn't really matter. The game is over. Carrickcruppen's coming off the field. Paul Lynch says Carrickcruppen done well. So there we go. But Pauline, happy birthday from Destination Newry. It's great to have you on board here this evening from the Morgan Athletic Grounds. And Barack Obama had the big screen up in the White House. Great match. Come on, Armagh. So Barack, we know that's not you, but we wish it was.
Could have flew in here to watch it tonight.
We Mick tell Donald Hurdy to come home from the Bronx and get into nets quick. And Jared Morgan, great performance, lads. Hard luck. That's from Jared Morgan from Carrickcruppen. James, what can we say? The Carrickcruppen lads coming off the field are getting a great response from the Carrickcruppen supporters here in the athletic grounds. They were just nipped at the end.
Yeah, like if you talk to anybody during the week, they were complete underdogs, and there was unrealistic scores of 10, 15, 20 points they were going to get beat by. But they stuck in there, and I think it's great for the young lads because it'll give them a great sense of pride moving forward. Also, from a cross point of view, Tony will be getting the boys out during the week again, and they'll be looking hopefully at the video on Destination Newry to see what they can improve against the Oaks.
Jared Trainer, brilliant coverage, lads. You're the standard bearers and covering club football, watching in Tua Monaghan. Jared, great to have you on board. Well, we try our best, there's no doubt about that. Paddy Burns, hard luck. Cropsey says the ref didn't give us much. John Morrison should look back. Well, John done all right. John calls it. Paddy, don't be worrying about it. And Collar killing back over in Gravesend. Great game of football. Cruppen team to watch for the future. Should hold their heads high up. John Morrison's looking terribly well. Well, John's always looking well this evening, James. And of course, have to thank James Doyle for coming in here this evening. James, a tough match. Youngsters from Carrickcruppen standing up to the mighty men from Crossmaglen, the All-Ireland champions. The huge experience these lads have gained here tonight.
Absolutely great. Any time that you get an opportunity to go and play against the best in something, you're going to learn something from it. And I've no doubt that those boys will go home tonight after learning something. There wasn't a massive score in it at the end, and it'll be a real learning curve for Cruppen next year.
No question about it. And just say very proud of the Cruppen boys today from Adrian O'Grady. Let's go onwards and upwards. Suas Ugas O'Reilly, and he says this is the level we're capable of playing up. And that's Adrian. He's over down in Liverpool. And the Sunday Sports Show between 7 and 8 tomorrow evening, James. The Armagh ladies will be in. Mags McAlinden will be in. We'll be giving this game a good talking over. We'll be talking about the All-Ireland final tomorrow. And of course we'll be talking about the Armagh girls tomorrow evening, about them heading towards Croke Park on the 7th of October.
Yeah, I hope everybody tunes in. I was there last week and it's a great show, and it covers so many different varied sports, and it's a great opportunity for local talent to get their voice heard live all over the world.
Well, Finn Moe says, great to watch. Come on, Cruppen. Finn Moe's watching the game. So we had a little bit of a problem there with the internet access. It's Breed's Cassidy's birthday today. Breed's son, Mael Boyce, come on to the game there. So Breed's, a very, very happy birthday from Destination Newry. And of course, tomorrow evening, get all your messages in. We'll be talking about this game. We'll be talking about the All-Ireland. We'll be talking about all the local sports. And of course, if you want us to talk about something, put it into Destination Newry.
Yeah, drop it in the comment box, and yourself and Simon will chat all night about it.
Well, there's no doubt about that. Jim McGuinness and Donegal, Crossmaglen are the standard bearers of championship football, the elite of the GA, inspiring to watch. Well, Jim, if that's Jimmy McGuinness from Donegal, Jimmy, we would love that was definitely you saying that, so that's for sure.
Ask Jim, is he any tickets there for tomorrow?
So there we go. So of course, Cahill, Damian, we don't need sponsors, advertisers. We're doing all this free. This is free here this evening, James. Of course, Destination Newry. Ellen Murphy, happy 16th to Emily Murphy, Balnalack. So Emily is 16 today. Anthony, Jessica and Bennett, proud to be Cruppen. Richard Daly from Katie. Call the final, lads. Pierce Oaks or Crossmaglen, James?
It's hard to look past Cross. I think Cross will go away and analyse the game. Oaks looked well last night and they were moving the ball at speed, but I just think to have too much firepower for Oaks in the final. But it could be a close one, but I'll give the nod to Cross.
Well, there's no doubt about that. And of course, James, Destination Newry, we could be doing with sponsors, and after our coverage here in these games, I think any sponsor would be proud to be associated with Destination Newry.
If you're getting something broadcast throughout the world, sponsors are an integrative part of all companies, and with Destination Newry broadcasting, sponsors it'd be a great opportunity to get whatever company to have advertised live streaming all over the world.
There's no question about that. So Destination Newry definitely would love to have you on board. There's no question about that. And of course, next weekend from County Down, the double dunt Friday and Saturday night from Park Esther, the Down Championships. And of course, James, if they're half as good as the championship matches here this evening, it'll be some entertainment next weekend for Destination Newry.
Entertainment from both online and people in the stand. It was a great weekend of football with the game last night and tonight, and hopefully next weekend is the same.
So Alan Henry, Oaks for the final. He says, Peter Quinn watching the game here in New York. Great feed, lads. Hard luck, Cruppen. And Shane Feehan says, come on, Donegal. Well done, the Cross. Says Fra, played poor, still won. Well, we wouldn't say that, Shay. We thought they played well. And Stanley Trimble says, well done, the Cross. Close finish. Cruppen can take this on board and watch for the future. James, we're rattling towards the end. We have to thank Dara, Paul, and Danny for this afternoon. And of course, Shauna in the background.
Yeah, great work to everybody, all the cameramen picking up great, and it's great to see replays so we can see when the goals were going in.
Well, of course, this is us completing our coverage from the Armagh Senior Championship here this evening, a double header last night and the night. Crossmaglen, Pearse Oaks in the final. So James, from a very dark athletic grounds here this evening, thanks a million for coming in on board here this evening.
No
we'll
problem,
have you
Damian.
back again, there's no doubt about it. And don't forget the Sunday Sports Show between 7 and 8 tomorrow night for all the local sport. Talk about all the games. Until then, from the athletic grounds, good night, goodbye, wherever you are. We'll see you all tomorrow night.
Good night.
Across the bar, my seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll